She's black jobs now. And it could be 18, it could be 19, and even 20 million people. They're taking black jobs and they're taking Hispanic jobs. And you haven't seen it yet, but you're going to see something that's going to be the worst in our history. You don't mind if I go off teleprompter for a second, do you? Did you see Barack Hussein Obama last night? Take little shots. He was taking shots at your president. And so was Michelle. You know, they always say, sure, please stick to policy, don't get personal. And yet they're getting personal all night long, these people. Do I still have to stick to policy? Sir, you must stick to policy. You'll win it on the border. You'll win it with inflation. You'll win it with your great military that you built that they gave away $85 billion worth. Yesterday she got up, she started ranting and raving that Donald Trump wants to put a tax on gasoline, a tax on food. But they're taking black jobs now, and it could be 18, it could be 19, and even 20 million people. They're taking black jobs, and they're taking Hispanic jobs, and you haven't seen it yet, but you're gonna see something that's gonna be the worst in our history. Worst in our history. The worst in our history. Worst in our history. You don't mind if I go off teleprompter for a second? You did, you see Brock Okoro. You don't mind if I go off teleprompter for a second? You did, you see Barack Obama last night? Taking little shots, he was taking shots at your president. It's so meager, you know they always say, sir, please stick to policy. Don't get stick to policy. Don't get personal and yet, don't get personal and get personal all night long. These people do, I still have to stick to policy, sir. You must stick to policy, sir. You'll win it on the border. You'll win it with inflation. You'll win it with your great military that you built, that they gave away $1 billion worth yesterday. She got up, she started ranting and raving that Donald Trump wants to put a tax on gasoline, a tax on food. But they're taking black jobs now, and it could be 18, it could be 19, and even 20 million people. They're taking black jobs, and they're taking Hispanic jobs, and you haven't seen it yet, but you're gonna see something that's gonna be the worst in our history. The worst in our history. The worst in our history. Worst in our history. Worst history. The worst in our history. The worst in our history. They're taking black jobs now. It could be 18. It could be 19, and even 20 million people are taking black jobs. And they're taking Hispanic.
Well, gentlemen, welcome to the show.
We are see something that's going to be the worst in our history.
To start and rock and roll, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. How are you all doing? Hold on. There we go. I hope you all had a really nice nice day. All right, hold on a quick second. We got to get into the zone, ladies and gentlemen. You know exactly what that means. All right. Hold on one quick second. Oh, there we go. Okay, hold on. All right, we're doing it. All right. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on. Jesus Christ, my situation over here. Hold on. There we go. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. We got to get into the mode, all right? All right, let me get calibrated.
Don't be wrapped up in your feelings and be careful when you flash it. And when you play
Good morning, Greg. Nice to see you. It's getting too spicy. I ain't even had my coffee. Did you all miss me? Yes. Did you miss me? I was gone. I've been gone for 24 hours. All right. You know, we got a lot to address, ladies and gentlemen, all right? Because this country, as you can see, is already on fire, all right? And we're going to address that as well. Don't worry. We'll take care of that. We'll lower your taxes. We'll pay down your debt, all right? And we will drill, baby, drill. Good morning, Cabria. How are you doing, my sister? Good morning, Val. My man, Val. Sleep through some water on my face. Hold on, I need my rag, you know, to wipe myself because it gets hot over here.
I know the best way to make it is to cut the drama and give it my all and follow through on what I promise. And even if I fail, at least I was honest. I can only do what's in my power to do.
And what good is this power if I use it like a fool? If I want to make it to the top, I gotta study clues. Or I could sit back and just watch the news. Hey, don't try to photocopy, you could never top me. I was born to be a winner, you could never stop me. Don't try to photocopy, you could never top me. I was born to be a winner, you could never stop me. Hey, you know what it is, ladies and gentlemen. Don't try to photocopy with you out here being saucy. It's getting too spicy, I ain't even had my coffee. All right, good morning. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness, welcome to the show, welcome back. Once again, we are back in the Thunderdome. I am your host, I am your pilot, and you know exactly why we are here. But before we get started, you know what we got to do? We got to take care of some housekeeping items, all right? For those of you who do not know who I am, I go by the name Zeus, or as some like to say, Triple H. And you know exactly why they call me Triple H, right, ladies and gentlemen? If you don't, let me explain to you why. The first H is because I'm honest, all right? The second H is because, well, I'm humble, all right? There's nobody more humble than me. And then the last and the final H, ladies and gentlemen, is because you've guessed it, I am and will always remain the most handsome. Good morning, Angie. Many of you know what we're here to do. We're here to save this great country of ours from those who are hell-bent, honestly, on destroying this country and sending it right off of a cliff. And when I say off of a cliff, what I'm really talking about is, many of you already know this. We are heading towards a 1929 style depression, one like we've never seen before. And the person driving it is no one other than this orange lunatic, Donald J. Trump. And in the passenger seat are all of his so-called supporters. No, Billy Buckeye, I have no reason to get out here and lie and spread misinformation. This is real, actual, factual information, all right? And so what I'll say is this. If we have Trump supporters out there, and you are, as my good friend, Brother Swervin likes to say, factose intolerant, you might want to leave this live, all right? And go on about your miserable morning, all right? Because it's going to get very, very uncomfortable for you, all right? But get this. You don't got to take my word for it. Listen to your leader.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
Wait. Someone says, take our miserable morning. User, are you a Trump supporter? User 753-421-5506208. User, you know exactly who you are because you remembered all those digits. Are you a Trump supporter? Because I'd hate to just dive right in and just start making it extremely uncomfortable for you. But if you're a Trump supporter, just say you are, and that way I can craft my messaging so that it resonates very well with you. I don't know if this is your first time talking or running across this show, but I hold nothing back when it comes to telling the truth, because I think it's very, very important that the truth gets out there so that we can save this great country of ours. A lot of you are, as far as I'm concerned, seditionists, treasonist traitors. You know what you did on January 6th. No lies about that. That was not the FBI. And you can keep that silly report where they said there were informants involved. Informants does not mean that they work for the FBI. So you can keep that. And as you can see, Donald Trump is scrambling right now because guess what? He's a convicted felon. He's a convicted felon. He doesn't want that on his record. Well, welcome to the real world, Donald Trump, where unfortunately you go into the courtroom and you don't get the results that you were looking for, Donald Trump. And so guess what? You know what they say? You do the crime, you do the time. That's some bad news, ladies and gentlemen. I got some real bad news. How many of you are familiar with this thing that they passed? The House passed something yesterday called the Laken Riley Act. How many of you are familiar with that? I got some very, very bad news for a lot of you so-called Trump supporters. Some of you, y'all heard about that Laken Riley Act? This is what I call, I saw it coming. Yeah, and this goes to all of those who are hell bent on mass deportation. How many of you still believe mass deportation is a great idea? All right. Well, if you don't know, I would encourage all of you to go look it up. All right. Obviously, you know the story behind Laken Riley, a very, very tragic story. A young woman lost her life in the state of Georgia at the hands of an undocumented immigrant. And you know what? We don't like that. We don't like that. If you're a criminal and you break the law, I do believe you really do need to be held to the fullest extent of the law. But what I knew was coming, because a lot of us who've been in this country for a long time and we know how the race dynamics play out, we knew what they were going to do with this Laken Riley situation. They were going to monopolize a tragedy and weaponize it against you. You. Any of you Hispanics out there voted for Donald Trump, please put a 1 in the chat. I want to see if I can talk to you this morning about something very, very serious. Put a 1 in the chat if you are a Hispanic person and you voted for Donald Trump and you still believe that was a good vote, because we got some terrible news that's going to come your way. I'm looking in the chat. I don't see any ones. It must mean that the truth that I'm sharing is actually starting to resonate. All right. Maybe there's a couple of them out there that they want to press 1, but then they don't want to embarrass themselves. I understand how that possibly could be where you're at. Well, let me explain to you what's about to happen. So the House has passed this, and it got to go through the whole process and eventually get signed into law. But in the event that this law gets signed, I'm paraphrasing it, but because, even if I were to read it to them, they would still say, Zeus, you're lying. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to just say how I interpret it. Basically, we're going back in time during the Jim Crow era, when there were vagrancy laws and they could just come around and put you in the back of the paddy wagon and deny you of your due process. Sort of like what they did, during World War II when they put a bunch of Japanese Americans who were citizens in internment camps and denied them of their due process. This law, it does a couple of things. One thing I remember is you don't even have to go to court and get convicted. If you confess to a crime, if you do a crime, or even if you are just simply arrested accidentally, you know how they do racial profiling, guess what? They will be able to legally detain you. Do you get this? They're going to be able to legally detain you and get you queued up, ready for mass deportation. All right. And then the states, they can actually go and sue the federal government if they believe the federal government isn't doing its job in terms of these deportations. So this is really, really bad, because what it's going to do, it's going to deny a lot of you due process. Right. And think about that. You did that. You're going to be treated like a felon, because guess what you did? You voted for a felon. Congratulations. If I were, a person out here that really had concerns about my immigration status, I would definitely be contacting an immigration attorney. All right. And I'm giving you free advice because a lot of you don't understand. This is how America is. This is how America has gotten down. And we thought we had made progress because we voted for Barack Obama. Remember Barack Hussein Obama? We thought we made progress. But as you can see, we got a lot more work to do in this country. All right. So you know what I want to do? I want to give the Trump supporters that voted for Donald Trump, who voted to have their due process stripped from them. Let's go ahead and warm up the lake of fire real quick, ladies and gentlemen. We don't got all day to do this. Ladies and gentlemen, join me. Janice, you voted for a felon? Oh my gosh. I would hate to think you did that, but listen up. If you're a Trump supporter out there, let me do a huge favor for you. Join me in sending these Trump supporters who voted, honestly, in their own worst interest, straight to hell.
Silence, you
mean, and that's just how the cookie crumbles. And don't be offended by the things that I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen. Again, what I'm trying to help a lot of the Trump supporters understand is how terrible of a decision they made when they decided to take their, because these folks, they've been brainwashed, right? A lot of you Trump supporters, you've been brainwashed. And then you've been, as far as I'm concerned, radicalized, all right? And then taught hatred. You've been taught to hate, guess who? The Democrats, right? You've been taught to hate Joe Biden. You've been taught to hate Kamala Harris. You've been taught to hate Hunter Biden. Hunter Biden isn't even in the government, but you've all spent a good chunk of your brain power focused on Hunter Biden. And now look at where you're at. How many of you were crying about eggs and 401ks? Remember when we were going through that as oh, I can't afford the eggs, my 401ks. Now you don't even care about that. You just care about getting, doing whatever it takes to smell Donald J. Trump's dirty diaper. Now, while I was live yesterday, ladies and gentlemen, we all know what happened. Donald Trump went and gave a press conference. Did you hear about this press conference that he gave yesterday? And I watched as much of it as I could, honestly. And I said, wow, buckle up. We're going to be dealing with this for 4 years, assuming he doesn't get impeached, which I think, once those convictions stick, he just might get impeached, because we can't have someone that has committed high crimes and misdemeanors being the president, right? And all I can say is, that guy, Lawrence O'Donnell, he does a great job, I think, tapping into how I honestly felt about that ridiculous press conference. So if you don't mind, let's get this on the record in the kingdom.
Once again today, in a Donald Trump press conference, it ended up with no real answers to any of the questions, because a lie is not an answer.
Bingo.
That is something that reporters covering Donald Trump will have to contend with. And quite understandably, we're unable to contend with it today. I do not believe I would have done a better job if I were in that room as a reporter.
W Stay Woke, thank
Donald
you for
Trump
the subscription.
Make sure that he is the only person in the room who has a microphone. What? So his is the only voice you can actually really hear on TV during a Trump press conference, because TV needs microphones.
So he invites the press in, and he's the only one that gets a microphone. This is sick. This is sick. What is he afraid of? Why doesn't he want the truth to get out there? You Trump supporters.
Reporters, in some instances, have to shout their questions over a crowd to be heard by Donald Trump. But even that shouting is difficult to pick up on the one microphone allowed in the room, which is right in front of Donald Trump. Donald Trump steamrolls through his words, turning out more lies per minute than any president in history. And
more lies per minute than any other president in history? And you guys call yourselves Christians? You want to get mad at us, the Democrats? This is when I say, you know what? This is why I can't take a Trump supporter serious. Because every time you try to make an argument, we all see that argument is way worse on your side. All right. You literally put a convicted felon in the White House, someone who committed fraud, SAing women. All right. You've lost the moral ground.
So most of the Trump lies land uncontested by any of the reporters in the room. Sometimes what Donald Trump says after a question is an explicit refusal to answer the question. Like today, when Donald Trump said, it's a military strategy, and I'm not answering your questions on military strategy. No other president has been allowed to respond to questions that way and leave it at that.
Bingo.
Every other president who tried to say, I'm not answering your questions on military strategy, would have been immediately bombarded with follow-up questions by the White House press corps. But no one dared to do that today in a so-called press conference where Donald Trump said the single most insane things ever said by a president of the United States about anything, very much including military strategy. In response to a serious question from the New York Times, Donald Trump refused to rule out going to war with Panama, Greenland, and Canada.
Wow.
It was, of course, a mistake for the New York Times to take the Donald Trump idiot bait in his opening remarks when he talked about taking control of the Panama Canal, Greenland, and Canada.
See, and it goes back to the lies during the campaign. Didn't Donald Trump say we should no wars? Remember that whole thing? No wars. Well, what is the first thing he wants to do? Get into a war? And guess who he wants to get into a war with? Not our adversaries, all right, not our enemies, with our allies. Congratulations, MAGA. We caught you being liars. We caught you being liars once again. This is why I really have a very, very difficult time being empathetic, having sympathy for a lot of you Trump supporters out there, because the issue is really, really not so much Donald Trump. It's you. You are clearly possessed with a demonic force that has you out here believing none of us can see you. We see you.
That was the idiot bait in the press conference. Anyone who asks Donald Trump about what is now his public plan as of today to make Canada the 51st state, or to make Greenland part of the United States, or seize the Panama Canal, is falling for the Trump idiocy that will absolutely never, ever happen.
Wow.
Not one word Donald Trump speaks about those issues will ever happen. This is the Mexico will pay for the wall idiocy updated to 2025. Donald Trump knows he can't do the old Mexico will pay for the wall bit again.
Oh.
And Donald Trump knows that all of his bits must be progressively more and more outrageous. We are 8 years away from the ridiculous lie fantasy of Mexico will pay for the wall. So sure, it's time to make Canada the 51st state.
Wow.
And the press will jump at it and waste their questions about that nonsense. Canada has just a slightly larger population than California, so the Trump proposal is to make Canada the single largest congressional delegation in the House of Representatives. Most Trump voters probably do not know that Canada's future is actually not up to Donald Trump.
Oh.
Donald Trump cannot add any states to the United States.
Oh.
Donald Trump might not know that adding states is actually not a presidential power.
Oh.
The better question, and really the only question, if you have to ask one, to Donald Trump today about Canada would be, what is required to admit a new state? And you would find that Donald Trump has absolutely no idea.
Wow. Donald Trump has no idea how to make Canada a state. How's he going to lower our gas prices? See, this is why I get very angry. And again, you all know me. I try to be as fair about a lot of things in life. Again, I could be doing so many other things with my free time, but I get out here and I get on TikTok because of the gravity of the situation. Good morning, Ange. Nice to see you. The gravity of the situation. This country is literally, and I hate to use this word because you only should use it when you're talking about those who, do the T word, but we've been hijacked by a bunch of mindless, some people say smooth-brained, right? A bunch of mindless people. It's like getting somebody who's never flown in an aircraft and giving them a license to fly with you on the plane. That's what's happening right now, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't want to do it now, but I got to. Join me in giving these Trump supporters, again, another round of booze and shame.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
Lola, you think this is funny, Lola? You think these wildfires that are burning in California are funny? You think ever since that ball dropped, January 2025, and you've seen all these events that have happened in this country, you think this is funny, Lola? God is trying to get your attention, Lola. You see this country is heading off of a cliff. I've never seen So much chaos and pandemonium in such a small window of time, Lola. And why do you think it's happening? It's because of the evil that Donald Trump and his cult have brought upon this nation. As far as I'm concerned, Lola, you're a prime candidate for hell as well. Okay, and so listen, a lot of you Trump supporters, again, you've done this to this great country of ours. And I see some of you are out there getting triggered about the way that I'm running my show. Maybe you didn't hear me. Listen to what I said again.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
You see that? Who do you think he's talking to, MAGA? You. But you didn't do it. I can't believe. And you know what I'm going to start doing now? You know what I'm going to start doing? I'm going to have to start exposing every single one of these so-called Trump supporters out here that lied and lied through their teeth about how terrible the economy was under President Joe Biden and his vice president, Kamala Harris. I just can't believe every single time. Oh, the economy is so terrible. Oh, do you have a business? Yeah, I have a business. Oh, and I'm thriving. Okay, so you're thriving under Biden. And then they go like this. I'm going to have to start asking the IRS to audit your spreadsheets. Joe Biden, please, while you still have time. Let's see if we can get a couple of audits out there and get some of these Trump supporters to show us how much money did you really make while Joe Biden was in office. Did you get any of those PPP loans? Especially you brothers out there, because you know what I know what y'all do out there, riding around in those cars with those. Yeah, never mind, I'm not going to mention it. But a lot of y'all were making it under Joe Biden. Thriving like you wouldn't believe. And then you had the audacity to get on the internet and lie and tell us all you're suffering. This is the sick stuff you've gotten yourselves into.
Donald Trump sent his son to Greenland today in a concerted effort to make you think about Greenland. Why? Donald Trump has no capacity for embarrassment, so saying something as stupid as Greenland should be part of the United States and possibly a state, he actually said that statement cannot embarrass him, but can distract the news media.
Oh.
It can make them far too busy to fact check all of Donald Trump's madness when he keeps pouring out this craziness that includes the possibility, according to Donald Trump today, of going to war with Canada, Greenland, and Panama.
Wow.
Donald Trump.
So we can go to war with Greenland, Panama, and Canada now, MAGA? You know what you ought to do, all of you. This is why I say, we had no wars under Donald Trump. How many of us heard that lie? We heard it. But this guy hasn't even got in the White House, and he's trying to start 3 of them. And you all are sitting back and acting like, oh, that's acceptable, Democrats. You shouldn't say anything because that's just, Trump being Trump. This is why I say a lot of you do deserve, honestly, what's about to happen to you. I'm going to be fine. A lot of us Democrats are going to be fine because guess what? We voted for Kamala Harris. Yeah, we're way deep into this, ladies and gentlemen. So, we've reached that point in the show where, I could keep hitting play on what Lawrence O'Donnell is saying because when he talks, it's like music to my ears. But I see that there's some folks in the audience that might be a little triggered right now, and they might not understand the gravity of their crimes, the gravity of their sins, right? And I call it a sin because it really was an act against God. Takesha, you got up here yesterday and you gave us the good word, and I thought about it, and I said, yeah, a lot of these so-called Christians out there that voted for Donald Trump, they've committed a lot of transgressions against the good Lord. And so what I want to do is I want to give them an opportunity to repent, all right, before it's too late, right, Q-Dog? You know how we do. They say, Zeus, why do you throw them in the lake of fire? I say, listen, it's better I throw them in the lake of fire here, right? And hopefully they learn before it's really too late and they get thrown in the real lake of fire. So let's have those conversations, ladies and gentlemen. To the Trump supporters, please put a 1 in the chat. I'll bring you right up here and we will drill, baby, drill. And we'll lower your taxes and we'll pay down your debt. But guess what? You got to be honest. Put a one in the chat if you're a Trump supporter, and we do not got all morning, all right? And again, no profanity, because you know my mom is watching, my mom and my dad and my family, and I can't have you out here embarrassing me, all right? I know a lot of you struggle with that, but please, seriously, and don't worry, I'm not too harsh. Good morning. Who do we have first? Grilla?
Hey.
Hey, how are you doing?
Never been better.
All right. Well, hopefully I can help you feel a little better after this discussion. You voted for Donald Trump.
Of course not.
Oh, you didn't? Well, why did you put a one in the chat?
I put a one for them to go to the pit.
Oh.
My bad, man. My bad,
Well, listen, I'm gonna, let you. Is there something you want to say real quick before I, start drilling? All right. Is there something you want to say to these Trump supporters? All right. And what part of the country are you from? Because
I was born in the Bronx, raised in Harlem, and I live in Connecticut now, and I work for Raytheon.
Okay. Oh, okay. What's the one thing that you think these Trump supporters need to understand?
Well, I think they're going to have to get it wiped in their face first. But it's sad to see a lot of other people are going to be affected by their foolish decisions.
Bingo.
Hopefully they got another couple of toys in the box to give Trump a paddling away from that chair. Is he fully seated yet?
No, he's not, but he's about to be, especially once the sentencing thing is taken care of, right? We're going to fully seat him with those felonies. Yeah, we're going to let that sink in for MAGA.
Okay, roger that. I want to know when should I really start being depressed?
Oh, don't be depressed. No, count it all joy, all right? Because this is an act. This is God's in control, right? And they have to learn their lesson, all right? Some of us are going to get, be affected, but they're going to get affected a lot harshly because they knew better and did wrong, right? It's one thing when you don't know better and it happens, but when you know better and you do wrong, the consequences are 10 times worse. All right, Grilla. Now listen, I'm going to bring up, hopefully we'll get someone out there that's, possessed with the MAGA demon to come clean this morning, all right?
Yes, sir.
All right, W Grilla in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. No lies detected. Thank you, brother. All right. If you're a Trump supporter, please put a one in the chat, and I'll bring you right on up here, and we'll help you get rid of that MAGA demon that has led you, as far as I'm concerned, down a dark and dangerous path. Put a one in the chat, please, ladies and gentlemen. Again, we do not have all morning to do this same song and dance. I know a lot of you, you're nervous right now. You're wondering where did you go wrong? And I'm going to help you figure it out. But you got to be willing to be truthful. You got to be willing to hold yourself accountable. As much as this is about Donald Trump, I would say 99.9% of it is really about you. Do you have any clue what you've done to yourself, to your family, to your community? Do you? See, ladies and gentlemen, good morning, Meredith. Nice to see you. These Trump supporters, they come to this show. Zeus, I hate what you're saying. Zeus, you spread this and that. No, they know deep down inside I'm striking a nerve. I'm telling too much truth, and it's overwhelming to their MAGA mind. And so now they got to go back and really. Oh, okay. Come on up here, Kelly. Kelly, if you don't mind. Darren Kelly, please come right on up here, and I'll help you get to the bottom of what's really got you shaking in your boots right now. Darren, I sent you an invite, and there's a rule in here, and I'll say it. If you do not accept my invitation, but you're trying to flood my chat with misinformation and disinformation, my mind starts to make me think, is this a Russian bot, right? And if I start to think you're a Russian bot, I'll say, moderators, put them in a straitjacket. So please, put a one in the chat if you are a Trump supporter and you want me to help you get out of the cult this morning and get that demon purged from your soul. Who do we have? Alfredo, good morning.
Hey, what's up?
What's up? You voted for Donald Trump, or are you just, you got confused by my instructions? Oh, you voted for Donald Trump.
Yeah.
What part of the country did you do this in?
California.
Shame on you. How old are you?
That's her opinion. Okay.
Well, how old are you?
29.
Okay, okay. I just didn't want to be talking to somebody that's not, I'm not able to have these adult conversations with. Now, you know how I run the show. We don't use profanity. And what we want to do is we want to try to have honest conversations, all right? You know where I stand on all critical issues. You already know that, right?
Yeah, you're a liberal.
Thank you. Well, you call me whatever you want. I like to say I'm an honest broker of the truth, or you could call me Triple H. All right, and you know why they call me Triple H? Because I'm honest, humble, and handsome. There we go.
I
So,
sound 19 because I'm sick.
huh?
I sound 19 because I'm sick.
Okay, okay. Well, listen. Hopefully, I'll help you feel a little bit better by the end of this conversation. So let's go back in time. You've been in California all your life.
Yeah.
All right. Did you vote for Barack Obama?
Hey, Funkle Danny. See, this is the kind of stuff I'm talking about. He says he's going to be one of the first deported. Typical liberal shit.
Wait. Didn't I just say we don't curse?
The shit's not really a
That is, no.
curse.
That is Alfredo. Come on now. You might be sick, but you haven't lost your senses, or maybe you have. I don't know. So
Okay.
it's just really between you and I. But obviously, you've triggered the comment section. You see how that happened, right?
Yeah, it's my last name. It triggers them
Why do you think it triggers them?
because they think that I shouldn't vote for Trump because my last name is Hispanic.
And where do you think that? And when they say that, I think you got to look at it from an area of concern. Why do you think they're concerned about you?
They're concerned because liberals coined the term intersectionality, but when I benefit from intersectionality, all of a sudden it doesn't matter because at the end of the day, I'm just a effing Mexican, right? That's typical of liberals.
No.
Yeah.
So
Just because I'm Hispanic doesn't mean that I have other things that intersect with my thoughts.
but that was okay. So I feel like you've ran across a situation
Dude, look at
in your
look at the
lifetime.
roaches for raids. Look at the roaches for raids. Like, you see that? It's all racist stuff.
But okay, let's just let that sink in. Do you believe in free speech?
Yeah.
Okay,
Sure.
well, so we both are subjected to it. All right,
Okay.
that's how this works. Now, if it bothers you, then I want to kind of dive into that. Why do you think they're basically using things and saying things about your immigration status? Why do you think
Because
that's
they're
being?
racist.
Well, what does that mean? It's just you can't say well it's because they're racist. What do you think is driving that concern? Right? It's to me coming from an area of concern.
Look, intersectionality. Yeah, he said the illegal ones are going to be deported, right?
Who? So you
Trump.
think that? Okay, so let's think. Let's make sure I get where you're coming from. So you're aware of the mass deportations.
Nah, I just found out about it right now in the
Okay,
comments.
you're mocking me. So that's why they're saying that. So I wanted to ask you because I spoke about it briefly. Are you familiar with the Laken Riley Act that was just passed in the House of Representatives?
No, what does it say?
Well, I would definitely encourage you to get real familiar with it, right? Basically, it gives, DHS the authority to detain anybody who is arrested of a crime.
So for all the just
Arrested for a crime, confesses to a crime, anything tied to what they consider to be burglary. Now, you live in California. Have you ever had any encounters with law enforcement,
yeah,
Alfredo?
so I have.
Have they ever detained you? I mean, arrested you, or was it just like a ticket or something?
I've been detained for a few things.
Okay, so imagine you get detained, and just because of that, you haven't gone to court yet. They could deport you. They
I don't
don't
think
need
the
the
police.
law
I don't
just
think the
got
police.
passed. The law just got passed.
How are they gonna deport me? Because my last name is Hernandez.
No, because you were arrested. They don't
So
need you don't need to go to court. This lake can see what they did Alfredo, is they took the Laken Riley situation, which was a very, very tragic situation, and the perpetrator burn him. As far as I'm concerned, I'm saying that metaphorically to me, hold him accountable to the fullest extent of the law.
You're scared of getting deported? Is that what it is?
No. This started because you saw people talking about you, and they were using the word deport them, and you thought it was because of your last name, right?
I'm guessing.
Right. So what I'm trying to help you understand is it's a lot.
Racist.
No. It's not that. It's because of where we're at.
Are racist.
No. And I'm trying to help you understand. It's not because of that. It's because we're following the laws of the land right now, and we understand because this exercise has been done before in American
police
history.
In California is not going to deport you. I don't know what the fuck I'm sorry. Shit.
So can you go look at the Laken Riley Act? Let's go over it together, because I don't think you're following what I'm trying to say. They didn't say
scared of getting deported to Africa. Is that what you're saying?
No. See, there you go again, jumping to conclusions.
No, I'm asking.
This is because
conclusions. I asked you a question.
You're the one that expressed concerns about deportation. You said, "Why are they saying deport?"
The comment section is concerned about their racism.
No. See, there you go again. You see what I'm saying? If anything, I think when you get put into this position, you start to let your racism out. And maybe we shouldn't do that, right? Because I don't want to play identity politics. I'm trying to make sure, whether you agree with me or not, you understand that anyone whose immigration status is questionable, if they are arrested, they are now going to be lawfully detained, and it's not going to be an issue. They won't be saying, oh, well, their due process was denied. That won't be the answer anymore. They're going to have to go through that process and, face deportation. And they're going to do it in the name of Laken Riley. Congratulations, Alfredo. You've played yourself. You've played your community. All because you hate Democrats.
So all of the second-class citizens, aka women, I don't understand why they keep
They're not
saying,
second class.
Yeah, they are.
No, they're not. You came
They
from a
can't
woman,
get an
right?
abortion.
You
They don't
came
have
from a
autonomy.
wait. You came from a woman?
Yeah.
So you're saying you're second class? Because you see how that works,
women are
right? Now, I didn't come from a second class
I don't
woman.
identify as
I
a
don't come
woman.
from a second class woman. And I don't think you should, make that suggestion again. Now that's your misogyny
Hey, so all
showing.
the second-class citizens in the in the
Alfredo,
comments,
Alfredo,
my last name is fake. It's not even a real last name.
Alfredo, please. You're struggling, bro. No one knows what's real anymore with you, because guess what?
Yeah,
You
bro,
got
it's the internet.
Okay. No one
He
knows what's
hates
real
himself.
with you.
I just made a point. Y'all are just racist.
You know what I say, Alfredo? Every MAGA accusation is truly a MAGA confession. And
Okay.
I don't really feel you're paying attention, Alfredo. I think I've shocked you because of the truth that I've been telling you. It's so overwhelming. You're not even listening to me. You're just arguing with people in the comments who can't even defend themselves because they don't got a voice. You got a voice. Why don't you talk to Big Zeus? And you can't do it because you know good and well you've made a terrible mistake. Nope. No. I think I've concluded enough. All right. So what I'm going to do, Alfredo, this is an opportunity you won't get anywhere else on TikTok. I'm going to warm up this lake of fire. All right. Obviously, you think Donald Trump is playing around when he's talking about mass deportations. You think
I didn't say that.
You think he's going to see Alfredo Hernandez and go, oh, leave him here. He's not going to do that. He's not going to do that. What he's going to do is say, Alfredo, ladies and gentlemen, that's Alfredo. Unfortunately, now he's not Hispanic anymore. He's fake. He said, that's not my real name. I created that because I scared him. He knows what's coming. Ladies and gentlemen, let's send Alfredo straight to hell. Let's send him to the lake of fire. Let's give him a round of booze and shame.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
That didn't take long, right? That didn't take long. What, Zeus? I'm going to get deported? You mean he could just arrest me? They could just arrest me and then I'm out of here? Yeah. My name's no longer Alfredo. My name is Alfonso. Whatever. Come on now. Congratulations, MAGA. You've played yourselves. And this is why I encourage you, don't believe what I'm saying. Go look it up. Go look up the Laken Riley Act. Y'all did this because you hate Democrats so bad you were willing to subject yourselves to being sent somewhere on the planet you have no ties to. Ladies and gentlemen, I see some people out there getting triggered by the way that I'm running my show. Maybe you didn't hear it, but I'll play it again.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
Bingo. All right. Do we have any more Trump supporters that are willing to come up here and try to have an honest conversation? And please, when you get cornered, don't change your name like that previous guest. All right, don't change your name like that previous guest did, because we don't want to see that. We want honest people to come up here and explain, why'd you do it? Yeah, MAGA is so weak. Yeah. Put a 1 in the chat if you're a Trump supporter and you want to come up here and at least try to defend Donald Trump still. Or better yet, if you want to repent, you really want to get out of the cult, please put a 1 in the chat. I'll bring you right on up, all right? And as you all can see, I'm a nice person, but when you start playing around and lying, it just makes the conversation, a waste of time. Miss Erica, you're a Trump supporter?
Yes, I am.
Oh, my God. What part of the country are you from?
Florida, in the heart of
Florida.
immigration.
All right. So which one is it? Do you want to defend Donald Trump or are you ready to repent?
I repent every day. I'm sorry, do you believe in God?
Oh.
Or is that a Democrat thing not to?
No. I believe in the Creator, absolutely.
Go for it.
But I'm asking you the question: are you trying to repent for voting for Trump, or are you trying
you froze
to?
there.
Huh? Erica?
Well, I don't repent for voting for Trump. I'm here.
Okay,
I
so
lost a
you
little bit.
support Trump still, right?
Yes, definitely.
What led you to that place? When walk me through that day you went and cast your vote for him. I'm assuming you knew all the Democrat talking points. You knew all the talking points on your side, and you
I
said,
really didn't know any Democratic talking point because the only Democratic talking point was abortion. And that's not a talking point that I care about right now.
so it was a selfish thing. Meaning
No,
you
actually,
didn't
it's not
see
selfish at all.
you didn't understand from what I gather. And again, I'm just trying to read
I
you.
think you don't understand, actually.
Well, you said it was abortion, but you don't think it impacts you,
No,
correct?
abortion
AB. We
is
we
not
should
a
say AB on
topic
TikTok. Let's say
that's
AB on
not.
TikTok.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's your platform. You're
No,
right.
yeah,
AB
right.
is a topic that I am not affected by at this moment. So it's
At
not
this
a
moment,
topic. Yeah.
that's
I can't
interesting
have,
that you
I
said
can't
that,
have
because
children.
I don't think that was an accident that you said at this moment.
Yeah.
So that means there is a potential time it
No, it
could,
means that there's a time and a place for everything. That's what I mean.
but
I'm,
so
I'm very good at saying what I mean. I mean what I say and I say what I mean.
yeah,
That's why I'm a Republican, because common sense it comes natural to me.
yeah. But hypothetically speaking, is there a
Yeah.
period where it could impact you?
What, abortion?
AB. Remember,
Oh,
we're
I'm
using
sorry.
AB.
Yeah,
Remember?
you're right. Yes.
Thank you.
AB, yeah, it definitely impacts me when I think about people that are harming innocent children. Yes, it definitely impacts me. But it's
Now you
already
said
done.
something
There's no
powerful.
going back, so it's already done.
Now you
I mean,
said
Roe versus Wade was reversed. It can't go back.
now you
It's
said
done.
now I'm
It's
just trying to
done.
track. I'm just trying to keep up with you, Erica.
Mhm.
All right, because you said
I'm
it
keeping up with you.
hurt.
I'm answering your questions.
But
It's your platform.
I get it. I get it. So your position is it harms you when you think about what other women are doing with their bodies.
Yeah, because I would never do that.
Let me think about that. You would never do that. So
Oh,
would that work the other way?
what?
Say there was a woman that thought about things you were doing with your body and they said it triggered them how you treated your body, and then they took things away from you like rights.
As it should, because I'm a human. We should try to protect the humans around us. So if a human is doing something to harm their body, I would definitely speak up and be like, hey, you shouldn't do this, and inform them why they shouldn't do this.
But what if they didn't listen to you, Miss Erica?
Well,
And
to its own.
shouldn't people be able to do whatever they wish? For instance,
Absolutely, absolutely, and I believe in God. So,
so like for instance, the vaccine. Should President Biden be able to force people that aren't getting vaccinated? Should he be able?
absolutely not. I'm not
But
vaccinated.
right, but he knows your
had-
harm. But he knows your harm. Listen, I'm just trying to use your logic. He knows that you're harming yourself by not getting vaccinated,
But
right?
this is why we're in America. Free will. We have the right to choose.
Well, does that work if a woman decides she doesn't want to, have go to full term of the pregnancy? She has the right then, right? Because
Or move to a state that lets you do it.
no, no,
New
no, no,
York-
no, 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 no.
No, of course, because you're
Your argument was free will. You didn't say
Yeah,
free will
free will.
in free
You have
will
the
in
right
this.
to- if I want to have an AB, and where I am doesn't let me have an AB, I go to your fellow blue states that let you have AB.
You know what that brought? You know what that
Problem
bothers
solved.
me? You know why that bothers me? But what if you don't have enough money?
Well, then you're then why are
Then
you
you don't.
having-
Then you don't have
why
free
are you
will.
having an AB? Then why are you having an AB? Do you know how much an AB costs?
Well, what if, say for instance, you were
could
SA'd?
take that
What,
money-
ma'am, Erica,
Go
again,
anywhere.
Erica,
Give the kid up for adoption.
Erica, say you were hypothetically SA'd, and this is a trigger warning for some folks, but what if it was out of your control and you ended up pregnant? We don't want to go into the details,
Okay, I'm
and you
gonna
may
give
have,
you-
and you might have needed access to that, and
I'm gonna give
you
you
don't,
the-
Erica,
I get it. I
Erica,
heard it all.
what
I've been here
what am I
for
what am I trying to get out? Because I just feel like every time
You're trying to say, what if I'm a poor victim and something
I'm
happens?
trying to
me
get to the
outside
free
of
will.
and I have no choice. Yes,
No,
my free will.
I'm
When
trying to
you-
see.
listen,
I'm trying
when
to
you're a
understand.
victim of that, when you're a victim of that,
Wait, Erica, but
you're gonna let me answer your question.
well, I don't want to go through that.
You give a lot of long. Just get to the point. This is
Okay,
why you're
I just
saying
wanted
that.
to know: is it free will or not? Because
tell you.
it
Are you gonna let
seems
me
to
answer
me, it seems to me, Erica, and I'm an honest broker of the truth, right? You know I'm a Democrat. You know I voted for Kamala. You don't have to keep trying to prove that. But I'm trying to really get
I'm
to
not-
understanding your logic. Either we have free will or we don't. And you
I'm trying
introduced
to
that
explain
concept.
it to you. I'm trying to explain it to you, but you won't let me get a word in.
Okay.
Let me explain it to you. It's very simple. If you can't afford to have them, you shouldn't be doing the activities to make them. That's number one. That's number one.
Let me write that down. Hold on.
Take notes. Take notes. Take
Hold
notes.
on, real
If
quick,
you-
Erica. Hold on, real quick. Hold on. That's wild.
It is. It's wild.
That is wild. So wait a second. You said, let me write that down. If you can't
afford them,
afford them means kids.
don't do the activities
Mm-hmm.
that cause you to have them. That's number one. Now, you did want me to talk about a person that had no choice, that was
Erica.
worded. So I want to get to that point.
Erica, hold on. Let me repeat it. Let me repeat
What
what I have.
I'm a
Let
mother.
me-
I can't be with you here all day. I'm trying to give you a lesson.
What? Well, can I just
Listen.
repeat to make sure that I got it?
You're
Because I'm going to go
wasting
talk to my.
time,
Listen,
and
Erica.
my time is precious.
Okay,
Take
I get
notes
it.
And listen.
Can I just repeat what I got so that I can talk to my mom about it as well? See if she.
Repeat it to yourself. You should have
Okay,
this
she
conversation
said.
with
You
your
said
mother.
if you can't afford them, don't do the activities that cause you to have them. I got that correct?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Erica.
Okay, that's number one. Now I'm going to talk to the point that you said an unwilling victim who was R-worded.
Mm-hmm.
As a person that has been R-worded, because I speak up for this, and that is the power of speech. This is why I love the fact that even though I don't agree with your opinion, you're creating a platform where we could talk about it. And I
Correct.
respect you for that, okay? And I am going to follow you, because that's what I'm here for. I'm here
I
to have this
appreciate that,
conversation.
Erica. I really do. Even
I'm
though
here
I
to have this
completely
conversation.
disagree with
That's
everything
fine.
you're saying.
That's what free will is. Okay. So
But
a person
that part-
who was a victim, who has gone through this, that person who is a victim, if that person is a victim and they speak out about it and they are preggers, they will know immediately. You won't have to wait until 9 months to get an AB. Okay? In Florida, you have till 15 weeks. So if tomorrow I am R-worded and I go to the hospital and I say I am R-worded, I'm going to start checking for a pregnancy. Okay?
How do you check? How do you check? How do you check?
They have these little sticks and you pee on them and they
Oh,
tell
okay. So
pregnant.
that does that cost money?
No, actually the hospitals give you the test. They
Oh,
don't-
okay. So some socialist program out there. Got it.
How
So
is it socialism?
I'm just because you're not paying for it. That means taxpayers are paying for it. Somebody's paying for it.
Aren't you a socialist? Don't you want everybody to be even?
Well, I think we need to have it
you
equitable,
Democrats,
and there
don't
needs
you
to be
want
equity
us
and
all
equality. I do believe in equity and equality.
There you go. You're
Erica,
creating a Kamala Harris quote.
Erica, I do believe in equality and equity. All right,
Look at
and I'm
Cuba.
not that.
Cuba has equity and
Erica,
equality.
please let's get back on topic. All right,
On
I want to
topic.
make sure. I want to make sure I get this. So, a person might be SA'd. They're going to have to go rely on a hospital to give them tests
No.
to verify whether or not they are, and then in the event they decide or they figure out that they are prego. Then what? Then what? And they don't want to go to the term if they've been SA'd and they are prego. Then what?
They can't carry forward with that
Yeah.
within a time limit before.
What's the time limit? What's the time limit?
Before a pregnancy is viable.
Mm-hmm. What? How many weeks is that?
Well, I'm not a scientist, but scientists do say that viability does happen within after the second to third trimester. It's
Okay.
viable.
Okay. So you saying
There's
you're saying
room
all
for
of this
understanding.
you're saying all of this
There's room
stuff.
for understanding between us.
Wait.
There's just
Second to
limits.
third trimester. So you're saying you're saying the procedure would have to happen in the first trimester.
It would make sense.
Okay.
Not completely.
First only. Again, I'm just taking notes, and then I know there's other experts out here that would definitely be able to go a lot further than I am. But so what I'll do, Erica, if you don't mind, is I'm definitely going to have to bring another woman up here to help kind of frame this conversation. But before I do that, I just want to make sure I get whatever question, whatever notes I need. So. You still haven't answered this question of mine. So you're saying it could happen in the first trimester. But what if the person in Florida or in a red state, they can't afford to get to the blue state? How does that work out under your free will plan?
Do you understand that we live in a country where people are putting sex before food? Does that make sense? They're encouraging that before food,
Erica.
all of that. Everywhere you go, there's a girl twerking or shaking her ass or encouraging my child to do the same, and it's disgusting. What we should be teaching our children is to close their legs and open their minds. Okay?
Now you know where I'm going when people start talking like this. You said you have children, correct?
Yes.
If you don't mind, how old were you when you had your first child?
27.
Okay.
I closed my legs and opened my mind.
Okay. Okay. All right. And I love it when I hear, folks like yourself
I'm
being
not perfect. I'm not perfect.
right. 27 first child. And you said you closed your legs, then opened your mind. Who taught you that?
27, I had my first kid.
And this is the person that you had your first.
And I pray to God.
Wait.
That my daughters do the same. If they have,
Wait. I just want to clarify something, Erica.
I will be here for my daughter.
Erica, I just want to clarify. Can you hear me, Erica? I just want to clarify something. You said you at 27 you had your first child because you closed your legs and opened your mind. Yes. And this person you had the child with. This is the first person you had a sexual encounter with.
Nope.
Oh.
I told you I was R-worded.
Oh.
I was R-worded. I told you. Okay.
Excusing. Okay. Excusing that situation. Outside of that, Was there any other partners you had before you were? Well, you know what?
Absolutely, I did.
Oh,
I
you
took
had other
measurements to
partners.
protect myself. I
Wait
took
a
measurements to protect
Wait, wait,
myself.
wait, 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 wait. So you had other partners. But I want to get back to closing my legs and opening my mind. How does that work if you had other
Yes.
partners?
So this is the thing. I grew up in the 90s and 20s where
Oh,
sexualizing children was a high thing. So when I started looking at all the girls around me ending up pregnant and becoming strippers and doing things with their bodies that I didn't think was right,
okay.
I
Okay,
closed
I
my
got it.
legs and opened my mind.
And that was
I
at
mean,
27.
I'm a child of God. I sin every
At
day.
27,
I
you
sin every
stopped
day.
doing all of that. At 27, you stopped doing all of that,
No,
correct?
no. At 27, I had my child. Catch up. I
Oh,
think
so
you're a
you
little
kept
slow.
going after
It makes
that.
sense why you're done with that.
So you kept going after
No,
that?
are you listening? Are
Okay,
you
I'm just look
listening? I had my
at
first encounter
27.
when I was young, in my teens. In
But
my
I
teens, I had
said,
my first encounter.
and I'm
Because
sorry about that,
because
but my question was after
no,
that.
no, I wasn't R-worded. You're not listening. Slow it down. Stop asking questions. Stop interrupting and take your notes again. I was R-worded when I was young. Okay. And our world promotes sexualism,
Hmm.
okay, of children. The kids see that every day and they think that it's cute. They think that it's nice. So
Man,
as a child, listen. So you want to ask questions later. As a child, you see these things and you're like, I just want to be like everybody else. Okay. But when
hmm,
you start seeing everybody around you falling apart, you start saying to yourselves, maybe this isn't the way to go. If I would have had an adult at a young age tell me, hey, don't worry about this, you got plenty of time for that, maybe I wouldn't have done the things that I did.
so you're not.
Maybe I wouldn't have, wait. Maybe I wouldn't have had encounters like that at a young age. But when I even though I did have those encounters,
That these encounters are these are after the actual trauma.
after my incident,
After the trauma,
yeah,
you went
yeah,
down that path
after
and
that,
having
yeah. I'm a
and
sinner. I'm a sinner. I'm not a saint. I'm a sinner. I went through that, and I was hyperly active, but I
hyper.
hyperly active.
Give me.
It was it was the thing to do. It was the thing to do. This is what they promote to children. This is what Megan the Stallion
Megan,
this
she
is what they
wasn't around when you
promote.
were doing that.
It's
Stop it, Eric.
working my butt. No, but my daughter was watching Megan the Stallion twerk for Kamala, for our president. This is what is brought
Ah.
forth to the world. This is what is encouraged.
But I can't let you put what you did on Megan the
No,
Stallion. She's
it's
not.
not
She
what I
wasn't
did.
around when you
It's
were
an
doing.
example.
Okay,
It's an
but so
example.
who? What
That is what
rapper?
it
Okay,
leads
what
to.
what artist? What rap artist in the '90s did
You're
had
you're
you?
getting you're getting off topic. I'm
Oh,
going
well,
back
you
to my
brought that
point.
in there, but
I
what not?
did because
Okay,
what's that
okay.
word that Biden used? A hyperbole, whatever that word. Yeah, it's one of those.
Hyperbole, hyperbole.
Hyperbole. There you
Okay,
go. A
okay.
hyperbole.
All
It's a
right,
hyperbole.
ma'am, Erica. I've heard enough, and I
Oh,
think
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna
You're
have
already
to.
hung up on me.
No, no, no,
Oh, you're
no,
done.
no, no,
You
no.
guys
I'm
can
gonna
check it
balance
out
it
my
out.
page. I talk real talk.
Hold on. I'm gonna
We can do
balance it
this all
out.
day.
I'm
I
gonna
do
balance
this.
it out, and I'm gonna bring up another woman. That's it.
Go ahead.
And I'm going to let them probe because I definitely have my notes here and concerns.
No, take
Uh,
more notes.
but I definitely want to get different opinions about what I'm hearing, what I heard.
Yeah. I'm
Because
here to teach.
this
I'm
is
here to teach.
definitely, as far as I'm concerned, is one for the history books. All right, let's see who do we have. All right, let's bring up my good friend Jess. Hi, Jess. How are you doing?
Oh, good morning.
Okay.
Um,
Hi,
wow.
Josh.
Hi. So there's a lot. Let's start with how come you as a Christian woman are holding your Christian beliefs and forcing
I'm
them
not
onto other
Christian.
people?
I'm Catholic. I'm not forcing any of
Okay,
you.
well, my apologies.
I'm Catholic.
Okay, why are you forcing your religious beliefs onto other people?
You could believe whatever you want. I'm not forcing
Exactly.
anything on you. No,
But you believing in the Bible and you being against AB is
does not
your
affect
belief.
anybody. What do you mean? I'm
It's
not against AB. I'm against killing 9-month-old babies.
No
That's
one's doing
horrible.
that. That
New York,
argument, no,
New York,
that
New
I'm
York.
gonna talk now.
Oh, you can. We
Okay,
can both
thank you.
have a
No, we
conversation.
can't talk at the
Erica.
same
You're
gonna
time.
talk
That's not
at
how
me, I got it.
conversations go.
Erica, let's Erica.
I thought
They've
it did.
heard us, Erica. Let's just be honest, and we got to be fair.
Are
with
you
the
really
use
going to
of
be this rude?
with the use of the time. A lot of the viewers, they've
hurting your
heard you and me. They've heard
No,
you and
you're
me, Erica.
rude.
Toughen up, Buttercup.
I'm not
Hi,
hurting. You're
Ange.
fucking weird.
Oh,
Get the point.
keep
Ow,
it clean.
what are you
Gotta keep it clean.
back? But just make your point already.
Let's go.
I can't if you keep talking over me.
Okay, Jessica.
Come on now, Erica.
Listen,
We are doing
I
good.
believe you just lied about letting your daughter see Megan the Stallion, and then after he said something about it, you were
Do you
like, "Oh
want
well,
me to-
it's just an example.
When my
It's
daughter
just an
gets home from
example."
school,
So you
I'll
come
let
up
her
here
tell
lie.
you that
You
Trump
come up
is
here and
awesome.
lie.
I'm gonna mute
You
now.
come
so
up
can
here and
talk.
lie, and you talk over people.
Thank you, Erica. You're gonna be able to respond to whatever they're
Oh,
asking.
jeez.
We want to have a lot of the viewers have heard you and
God damn it! Shut
Erica.
up. Zeus
A
was
lot
talking.
of the people have already heard you and I talk. So, in the interest of time, I think we got to let some new voices kind of guide this discussion. All right. Thank you, Erica.
And literally, Meg the Stallion wasn't even twerking. She was in full length pants. And that 9-month argument is used to piss people like you who don't know anything off. No one's doing that. That is an emotional argument to obviously exacerbate these topics that we talk about on these lives. They do it to cause division because, listen, no one who is 9 months pregnant is going to go into an AB clinic and say, I changed my mind. That does not happen because, listen, they probably already bought the crib. They probably already bought clothes. They probably already picked out a name.
Right.
There is a huge, shut up. There is a huge issue with women and disabilities and pregnancy.
Thank you.
But you
I know,
don't
I'm
care
one of
about
those
that,
women
right?
too.
Because you think they're just unaliving
You
a baby.
say so.
No,
You're
they're
so
not.
ridiculous.
No.
Erica.
And you know what?
I think the
I'm going to let
vision is
Ange deal with
you.
you because you
I'm
have
gonna
no
answer
decorum.
you.
Hold
You
on,
have
hold
no
on.
decorum.
Hold on. We got
According
it.
to you, you don't know me, honey.
Erica.
You don't know
No
me.
decorum.
Because you
Erica.
say so.
So
don't
how about
know
this?
me.
How about this? We'll let Jess finish up, and then Erica, you'll be
I
able
know
to
your
respond.
ass would not talk to people
Jess
like this
doesn't
if
have
you
a
seen them in
point.
real life.
She
Jess
does.
doesn't
She
have a
does.
point.
She does have a point.
Not
from
to
what,
me. You
well,
didn't convince me.
but
honey.
okay. Well, then could you just at least at the end of whatever she say, you can say,
Yeah,
Jess, you don't
I
have
wish
a
you would
point then.
finish. I
Well,
wish you would finish.
Erica,
Go ahead,
Well,
Jess.
okay, so she's
Please.
not listening, first of all.
Go ahead,
I
Jess.
said,
Erica.
shut up, dude. God.
I'm listening. I'm trying to
Can you
respond
mute
to
her?
you.
I had to do that, Erica. I mean, seriously, Erica.
God.
You know you're going. You. All right, let's continue, Jess. I'm listening.
Okay, so on top of that, with the 9 months issue being just something emotional, you also mentioned that just go to another state. Now, shut up, Erica. I have a question. You can talk in just a second. Does my uterus change from California to Texas?
Erica,
I could answer now.
Go
thank
ahead.
you, and
Know what
please.
your uterus does, honey. That's your
Does
problem.
my uterus
Listen.
change? If I'm in California and I fly to Texas, ma'am, has my body changed at all?
You need to talk to your doctor about your body changes.
Oh, you're
ma'am.
fucking dumb.
Well,
No, you are.
we gotta keep it clean. All right, let's move it on. Ange, welcome,
The only
Ange.
thing creating
Oh.
division is her getting upset and hating me when she
No,
doesn't
you
even
interrupt
know
people,
me.
so I'm gonna do it
I
to
don't
you and speak
care.
over you because
You
you're
can interrupt
loud
me all
and you're
day.
wrong.
No,
What
okay.
you
Loud
say
and wrong.
does not affect
Okay.
me.
Loud and
All
wrong.
right. All right.
It doesn't
Loud and
affect
wrong.
me.
Thank
I'm
you.
not
All
here
right.
to argue with you, honey. Calm down.
You were here arguing
okay.
with Zeus. You were
I'm
speaking
here-
over Zeus.
Are
You
you
were
mad?
interrupting Zeus.
I'm
Everyone
sure
in the
Zeus
comments
could
was
defend
asking
himself.
Zeus to mute
He
you,
called
and
you
then he
here
lets
for
another
you,
woman
not for
up, and then all of a
defending him.
sudden you're doing it to me, and you're not going to do it to me,
my
honey.
God.
I will
Okay.
scold
Why?
the fuck out of you.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
really?
Okay. Great.
I'm
Thank
scared.
you. Okay,
Jessica,
Erica.
are you done? Can I speak
what-
now?
hold on.
The only thing causing
Shouldn't you be in
division.
the kitchen?
Oh my God! Why? Because you said so. You don't
Okay,
even know
ladies.
what I should hear, what I should do.
Let's get back on track. All right. We
So
gotta.
Zeus, back
we
to
got-
that free will thing. See, free will. This is how it works.
Okay, and then
This is
finish
how it
up.
works.
Okay, now
Free
can
will.
I have my
could
friend
do what I
Ange.
want.
I have Ange.
Go ahead,
I have
Ange.
Ange. Hi, Ange. How are you doing, Ange?
I'll mute myself for you, Ange.
Thank you. I'm well. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Maybe I'll take a breath. This is such a tough topic.
It's a tough topic, yeah, and I don't know the
It's
answers.
Erica, I just wanted to ask. You said that you're in Florida. You said it was up to 15 weeks that you are allowed to have an AB, and I thought it was 6 weeks.
I believe it was changed recently. And I do think that we should allow women to have a little bit more time. But this
Okay.
isn't from a law that was changed. It's more so of a law that ran up its time. And now, obviously, we need our lawmakers to do what we're going to support the lawmakers to do what they should do and make it something of.
Erica,
You
where
said
did you
it.
go? Erica, your mic. I'm seeing a bunch of it's 6 weeks in
I
the
gotta
chat.
talk.
Yeah, I believe it. And I think, Erica, you are at least understanding that
Yeah, it's a little
6
bit
weeks,
less.
6 weeks is
Yeah,
too
I
soon.
understand this. This is
Right,
what I
right.
do.
So I have
I
5
inform myself.
kids and I
I
Can you
only,
let
do.
her
Don't
talk?
speak on things that I
it's
don't
okay.
know.
You have
It's okay.
such a
No,
bad
you're fine.
habit.
And we can
It's
have a
okay.
conversation. I don't get offended by having
You have
conversations.
such a
I'm okay
bad
with
habit
that.
of interrupting people.
It's okay.
I know, Jessica. You're the only one that hates it, though, Jessica. You're so upset. Calm down,
Actually,
honey.
Zeus does
Calm
too.
down.
Who are you
Okay.
telling calm down? Go back
Okay.
to the kitchen for your husband, make him a sandwich.
Oh,
Okay.
so,
I know that you're
We're,
used to people talking to you like that, but I'm not. I don't
wait,
need. I don't pay attention to
Do
people
you
that
not
talk to me like
understand the
that.
way
Jesus
you've
Jessica.
been
Christ.
talking about
I don't
women the
have to
whole
take
time?
it from you,
All right, so
Jessica.
Erica, I want to wrap it
Back
up
to the
with you and
point.
Ange, if you don't mind.
Back to the point.
Let's get straight to it, all
Okay.
right?
I
Because
mean,
we're getting
what was your
clarification.
question, Ange?
It's 6 weeks in Florida. That's what I saw in the chat.
yeah.
And so, Ange, you want to pick up from that point and let
Well,
Erica understand
yeah,
that this.
I think she did admit that
I do.
at 6 weeks. I mean, I think most of us. You said you have children.
I do.
I have 5, and there was only one that I knew by 6 weeks. So
Mm.
I didn't. I
I
don't take
speak
it
to things
too.
that I could know about.
Yes.
So I understand, Ange. I've actually, I speak to things that I know about. I've had friends that have been in situations that have done this, and I don't hate them. I've never
Okay.
told them you're not my friend anymore. We all have free will. We all can choose.
But
But
can we?
I
eh,
definitely will speak up to my
But
friend,
Erica,
and I will tell her,
Erica, we
"Hey,
know
you
that.
shouldn't do this.
We
Hey,
know
I'll
that,
help
Erica.
you.
All right. Now I want to
If
let
you
Ange.
need a pregnancy test, if you're a poor woman and you need a pregnancy test, come to my
I had
house.
to mute her, Ange.
That's what I was going to say is when you said just go to
Sorry.
when you go to a different state. I just want to point out that's not feasible
Mm.
for everyone. You know, to just pick up and fly or
I get
whatever
it.
whatever they may have to
I
do.
get it.
And
And
I
to
heard
that, I would say, turn to your
Erica.
neighbor and let's help her.
Is she done?
To that,
Erica.
I would say, because this was a question that was
Erica.
asked to me.
Erica, I have to hit the mute button on you because you just can't keep interrupting. It's if you interrupt Zeus, that's one thing, but seriously, we have to let the point get made, and I don't understand why it's so hard. Do you?
Yeah, I'm trying to be kind and just have a back and forth. I can typically do that. This conversation gets a little bit difficult for me. I heard you say you didn't become a
I'm
mom.
listening to you, Ash. All I've done is
Okay.
agree with you.
Okay. You didn't become a mom until you were 27. Well, I actually got pregnant at 19. I was on the pill, and maybe I was dumb. This was many, many, many years ago. I didn't know you couldn't take it. When you took an antibiotic, it made the pill less effective. So I was pregnant, and then I had my first child at 20. So we do understand that these things happen, right?
Absolutely.
Can we
Absolutely.
agree on that?
I, I agree with you. These things do happen. I get it.
No, you
Like I
don't.
said,
Were you done, Ange? I had to mute her
I just
again.
had one last thing. I only speak on this story because it did somewhat happen to me. Kate Cox in Texas. I had a child, my last one. We had a scare with her at 17 weeks. We were told she might possibly have trisomy 18, which is a chromosomal abnormality not compatible with life. She would not have lived. She had choroid plexus cysts, and they thought that her feet looked webbed. She had markers for that. We had to wait 8 days to find out, and thank the Lord, or the powers that be, she did not have that. Now, my question to you is, would you feel at that time, because it would have been my choice, do I terminate a pregnancy that probably wouldn't survive, or let nature play out? these are the things that happen. Maybe you are aware of that. I'm not sure, but that's a lot of things. People are not, a lot of people, especially on the right, not maybe you, Erica, they don't understand these things. They're only thinking about abortion, like keep your legs closed, which that is something that you said, which I kind of like, I think it's kind of normal. People want, anyway, I'll leave that one alone. I'll leave that. But I do think that a lot of people on the right do not understand. They're always thinking, oh, well, she should have kept her legs closed. No, they're not thinking of trisomy 18. They're not educated enough and they don't know these things. Maybe you do, Erica. I'm not sure.
Erica, you see how it works when we listen to each other. Now, let's see, what can we respond to what Andrew's saying? There's other things going on besides folks just keeping their legs closed. That makes sense, considering the lifestyle that you lived, right, Erica?
I mean, these situations come up that nobody thinks about. A lot of people that are conservative just think, oh, yeah, should have kept their legs closed. They're not thinking. And I'm not trying to victim blame, but Kate Cox in Texas was one of those. She voted for Donald Trump and then came along a trisomy 18 pregnancy and she had to move.
You hear that, Erica? Are you still there? Ange, I think you put the kibosh on her. You lowered it on her. She's speechless. W Ange in the chat. W Jess in the chat. Easy.
I mean, that's an anecdotal story, but it was a very tough one for our family. And it's just something that I'm very passionate about because it's always, oh, she must have kept her. Well, and it does take two to tango here. We don't get ourselves pregnant. Nobody's the Virgin Mary up here. There's that issue as well that's another
Erica,
thing to talk about.
Thank you, Ange.
Thank you. All I got. I can drop now.
Yeah, well, I will too. I just wanted to say also, don't use your experience being harmed by another man as a way to control other women's bodies. Because as someone who was harmed by their half brother for almost a decade, I'm not using my experience to harm other women. And with that, I'll drop.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
And Erica, I'm sorry that you were SA'd. I was as well. Unfortunately, I think the statistic right now is 8 out of 10 women, but I think it's higher because many go unreported for various reasons. People are afraid they're not believed. But anyway, with that, thanks for having me up. You're welcome. Drop down. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. W Ange, W Jess in the chat. Erica, I don't know what else to say, Erica. I don't know if your connection disappeared, Erica. All right. But if you don't mind, Erica, send Big Zeus a guest request and I'll bring you right up here. I don't know what happened, but I think Ange and Jess, they taught us a very, very powerful lesson. But you know how I run my show, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Unfortunately, we got to make tough decisions. Does Erica belong in the Lake of Fire? If she does, let me know. Please put a 1 in the chat. If we get over 100, you know what that means. Does she belong in the Lake of Fire? Please put a 1 in the chat if Erica belongs in there. If I get over 100, Erica, I'm going to have to take care of business, unfortunately. All right. So, Erica, I'm going to go ahead and send you to the Lake of Fire. You've committed a number of crimes in the box, a number of sins. You definitely can't. You said if you can't afford them, don't do the activities that cause you to have them. Even though prior to 27 and meeting your current partner, you led a nasty life. Because you said what you were doing was hyper, right? So that's going to be definitely a cause for concern. You also made the claim that you closed your legs and you opened your mind. Your mind didn't seem that open up here, Erica. As a matter of fact, listening to your story, something else was open. So that's definitely cause for concern. So what I'm going to do, Erica, is I'm going to warm up the Lake of Fire. All right. Yeah, you said we live in a country where we think about doing the act more than we think about eating food. Erica, that just lets me know you come from a very, very I don't know what was going on prior to when you supposedly found Jesus, Erica, but now that's the part where the fire turns on a little extra high because I got to do it. Ladies and gentlemen, we had a hypocrite in the box named Erica. She says she's going to follow me. I hope she does because I can help her purge herself of that MAGA demon. Erica, you seem like a nice person, but with that MAGA demon running wild inside of you, you are a prime candidate for hell. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and send her straight to the lake of fire. Let's give her a huge round of boos and shame.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
Woo! I'm so sorry, Mom, but that conversation definitely went in a direction. I said, "Wow, we got a lot of." I actually, when people think like that, you can literally see them going in and voting for Donald Trump. It makes sense, right? You see what's happening upstairs now, right? And it makes sense. These folks went and voted for this guy. That's wild. All right. Let's go back to the box, ladies and gentlemen. You see what we got going on here. All right, let's bring up the next panelist, my good friend Val. Welcome, Val. How are you doing, bro? W. Rick in the chat.
Oh, that was a tough one.
That was a tough one?
Oh yeah, that was tough to listen to. I mean,
what are your thoughts about that? It was definitely interesting. I mean, boy, oh boy.
It's the not understanding and the misrepresentation of facts, right? And it's definitely not understanding the law or the Constitution for that matter. You know, I mean, people need to understand that Roe v. Wade wasn't about AB. It was about privacy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Privacy is important in this country, and it's actually, you know what I'm saying, a right that we have, or supposed to have.
Right.
What happened with turning Roe v. Wade back to the states is you got rid of the right to privacy for women. And that's proof, just in Texas alone.
Right.
Texas, you know what I'm saying? Texas created what was supposed to be our trigger law was not a all-out ban, but what the AG decided to do after that trigger law took effect became an all-out ban. And that's, you know what I'm saying? These are the things that are, that are coming into place. And then you've got the state of Texas suing other states for women's medical records. I mean, the one thing that wasn't discussed in that whole thing is how Texas is trying to get medical records from women that have gone out of state so they can prosecute them in this state.
Erica, are you there? Erica, are you listening to what Val is saying? Val, does that sound like free will to you? Because she kept using that term quite a bit.
Yeah, she kept saying free will. But Erica, I got news for you. Freedom's not free. You know, and so you may want to read the Constitution before you make a statement like that. And then before you bring religion into this subject, you may also want to go read the Establishment Clause. You know, our founding fathers thought it was so important that not only was it the First Amendment, it's the first part of the 5-part First Amendment.
Yeah.
That's, so these are the things that come up for me. It's the legal aspects in the skirting of our Constitution under this subject, under false narrative, right? Like she brought up the 9-month situation. Well, we all know that's not true. And so you know, Erica, Roe v. Wade only allowed any kind of AB after 22 to 24 weeks. The only exception was life of the mom.
You hear that,
After
Erica?
that.
You hear that? Your MAGA folks that are up here disagreeing with what the information we're sharing you says? Y'all have to stop thinking you are intelligent and really do your own homework, do your research. We have no value. Do you wake up every day and say, how can I go on TikTok and lie to these Trump supporters? Is that what you do?
Yeah. You know, that's my master plan.
Right?
No, hold on. I know whose master plan that is. We watched it yesterday.
Oh, W Val in the chat.
That would be. You know, we brought this. I brought this up last week. You know, I never thought I'd see the Ali shuffle come back.
They do it and they act like we can't see that's what it is.
Right. Look over here while I slap you with my other hand.
It's some sick stuff. All right. Does anyone out there listen? I saw some people out there getting triggered by what Val said. Put a one in the chat. I'll bring you right up here. We'll make sure you get an opportunity to actually ask questions and get answers because Val is very, very knowledgeable. He does this for real. All right. I mean, between Val and I, you're definitely going to get the information you're looking for. All right. Oh, totally Taylor. You said you're a Trump supporter. Well, that's interesting. Come on up here, totally Taylor. Are you a Trump supporter?
No, I'm not a Trump supporter. I'm sorry. I kind of misunderstood the question.
Oh.
It's Too Tall Taylor. I just wanted to share my experience, if you don't mind, Zeus, real quick. Per the last discussion that you had with Erica.
How long is it gonna take, brother? All right.
I just need about 5 minutes.
Oh, 5 minutes. That's a whole issue. Well, how about this? How about this? All right, let's do 2 minutes because you've been very supportive of the platform. But yeah, and sorry, Val. I thought this was a Trump supporter, but we got to take. Good. But let's hear what Totally Taylor has to say. And is this message for Erica?
Yes.
And folks like Erica. Okay, got it.
Yeah. So what Erica said was she said that there's abortions going on at a 9-month term, and there's only a small percentage of that type of abortion going on, and that's 1% of that type of abortion going on. I will say that I do have a personal experience of such a matter. My wife was pregnant, and she was hitting her 9-month mark, and we went to the doctor. She did her checkup, and they told her that she had low amniotic fluid levels. We took that as a red flag.
Right.
We questioned to see if there was anything that we could be done. So they told us that there was nothing that could be done at the moment, and that they sent us home on a kick counter, and so to monitor her kicks and everything. So yeah. I live in a blue state. Well, I lived in a blue state. I was living in Virginia at the time. Now, we went back because the baby wasn't kicking as much as she was. And at that point in time, the doctors made the decision, because the heart rate was going down and everything, to do an emergency C-section.
Wow.
And to go ahead and, take the baby out because she was starting to become non-viable. Now, my issue is, and my thing is that if I was living in a red state, that wouldn't have been done. They would have waited for her to go to term, and I would have lost my wife and my daughter.
Wow.
Unfortunately, my daughter didn't survive the ordeal.
Oh, no.
My wife was in distress, and she almost died as well on the operating table.
Wow.
But thanks to the power of God, she came back. Wow. And she's still with me, but she's been really traumatized during that issue. She's been real traumatized during that fact.
Yeah.
We try again. We want to have another one, but it's just a real traumatic experience. But what I'm saying is, if I was living in a red state, I would have been a widowed person right now. So for somebody to come and say that free will doesn't matter in that portion, or free will, or be a hypocrite and say that nobody has a decision in that portion, you have to look at everybody's situation. You have to understand that everybody's situation is different, and everybody has a choice.
Thank you.
Everybody has a choice.
Thank you.
And that is why I stand strong on that.
Amen.
Some people might not agree with abortion, and that's your choice. That's your choice. You don't have to agree with it. But please don't force your beliefs on other people.
Amen.
Do not force your beliefs and your religion on other people if it's their will to get it done. And that's all I got to say, and I'm going to drop down. Zeus, I'm a really big fan. I love your platform. I love, when you toss people in the lake of fire and everything, I always come back. Thank you for what you do. And Val, thank you for giving me the time and opportunity to express myself. You all have a wonderful day, and God bless you all.
All right. And you come on back, brother. All right. What part of the country did you say you're in?
Right now, I live in North Carolina. Carolina. I used to live in Virginia, but I moved to North Carolina for job opportunity. But
Amen. God is good. God is good. Well,
all the time,
all
all the
right.
time.
W. Too Tall Taylor in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, coming in and helping remind folks like Erica that it's bigger than just how you think about things. It's a whole world of folks out here who are actually being impacted by your reckless vote for Donald J. Trump and the Republicans, the MAGA Republicans. All right. Val, welcome back, Val. All right. What do you think about that, Val?
Well, I mean, that's a story we're hearing a lot these days.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And a story that we're going to hear a lot more of. And the worst part about this is we've actually got, you know what I'm saying, women in this country unaliving because of the laws that have been put in place where women cannot get the help that they need.
Bingo. 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 So this is where we're at now. I think right now the Trump supporters, they're scared, Val. They know that Donald Trump is bad news for them and their family, and they don't want to push back on it. If you're a Trump supporter, please put a 1 in the chat. I'll bring you right on up here. All right.
I really want somebody to justify yesterday.
The press conference.
Yeah, please, by all means, I really want to hear the justification. I mean, if I remember correctly, Zeus, everybody that voted for this man said it was because of pricing, and we need lower housing pricing, which I agree with. We need lower grocery pricing. We need to lower our gas prices, which we're already getting low again. That's a whole different subject,
Right.
but it was all about prices, right?
Correct.
It was all, you know what I'm saying? It was all about, the issues that we have in this country. Housing is one. I'm going to agree with them on this one. But to watch a man stand on stage yesterday with a group of people that voted for him for pricing,
Sick.
okay, and bring up, we're going to rename the Gulf of Mexico. You can't make this shit up. So, we have a lot of things. Oh, this was also the party, I'm pretty sure, Zeus, that said they wanted no new WARs, right? So now you want to pick a fight
With our house.
3 different countries.
Exactly. Now we have Kenneth up here. Hi, Ken. You voted for Trump?
Oh, I'm MAGA all the way. Yeah, MAGA all the way.
Take us down the path. Because whether you want to go there or you want to get into the numbers and data statistics, I think you're in a world of trouble. Why did you do this?
I'm America first. If you want to sum it up in one phrase, it's going to be America first.
Okay, I love it because we're getting straight to it. So, what is Donald Trump doing, as far as you're concerned, that's going to make America first? Put America first. What? Give you the best example.
Well, I think like taking Greenland, Canada, Panama, maybe Mexico, that would build the expansion, and it's like a new manifest
Do
destiny.
the expansion, and you
Yeah,
call that America
actually called
first.
it
Sir,
that.
what
Trumpifest
happens the minute
destiny.
we step a
Trumpifest destiny.
boot on the ground in Canada? What's going to happen?
And nothing, they'll surrender.
No, sir.
Ken, what school did you graduate from?
Hampton University, HBCU.
What'd you get your degree in?
Political science.
Political science. So
would you mind showing us? Would you mind showing us that degree? You could turn the camera on, right?
No, I'm not going to show you.
I hit you.
Yeah, I didn't figure you were, sir, because anybody in political science should know one thing.
What's that?
What's the history of Canada, sir?
The history doesn't really matter when 2025 right now. Because I know Trudeau just resigned. He came to Mar-a-Lago, bent the knee.
You know about the Monroe Doctrine? You heard of that?
Oh yeah, our purview is the Western Hemisphere. So
Okay.
Sir,
how does parliamentary rule work?
We're not a parliamentary form of government.
Canada is.
But
how does parliamentary rule work?
After they become the 51st state, they won't be.
Well, who makes that? How do you become a state in this country?
We have to approve it.
Who?
The people.
Oh, like me?
Not you. Because
if you describe the process, how would you describe the process?
Well, you have to get what 2/3 of the states to confirm.
Sir, what has to happen first for Canada to become a state? You said you got a political
I'm
science.
going. Listen, we're going to Greenland first, and then Panama, and then we're
You think going to Greenland first is a good idea?
yeah because of the natural resources. Yeah,
What are the resources?
they have a lot under that frozen tundra. They have a lot of stuff we can use.
Give me an example.
I mean, I don't
Are
know.
you of the assumption that Greenland is about natural resources?
I think we have a lot of stuff, a lot of materials under that.
Name one resource, because stuff is pretty abstract. I mean, what are we talking about? McDonald's, because they got
iron ore.
Iron ore. Okay.
Yeah,
iron ore under.
Well, I'm not seeing that. I'm not really seeing that.
Yeah, I just know that.
I know they got some. I'm looking it up. Rare earth elements, oil and gas, seafood, ice, graphite. I didn't see iron ore. So where do you get...
graphite? How about graphite?
Okay, so you're gonna stick with graphite 4000.
Okay.
Got it,
sir. Do you understand that Greenland has nothing to do with natural resources? Do you really not know why he wants Greenland?
If you look at the position of Greenland is strategically placed,
let me look at it.
It'll be a boon to the United States.
It is about the Northwest Passage.
Okay, so what?
Okay,
I know we're going to get it.
Sir,
it doesn't matter.
So, sir, again, I'm going to ask this question again. Because you keep trying to skirt it, but yet you say you have a political science degree. What is the first step for anybody else that wants to be a state? What has to happen?
I don't know.
They have to apply for statehood.
It'll be okay. It'll be. I mean,
sir, what you're not understanding is before this can even be a talking point, Canada would have to apply for statehood.
I think they
Greenland
will.
would have to apply for statehood. Panama would have to apply for statehood. Now, what is it called the second we put a boot on a ground, sir, with your political science degree?
We're not going to have to.
What is it called when we put a boot on the ground?
All we have to do is flex our muscles. We have the largest military in the world.
What would happen when we're going to flex our military muscle? What's the name for that, Mr. Political Science degree?
Politics. It's called politics.
That's called politics.
Gunpoint.
W-Val in the chat. W-Val in the chat. Because what we've exposed is that Kenneth doesn't have a degree in political science, but I do believe you have a BS degree from Trump University. You know what BS stands for, right? That's all I see right here. Nothing is coming out. We're given a bunch of abstract concepts, and as far as I'm concerned, a lot of it sounds like Donald Trump's press conference yesterday.
It's called pew pew gunpoint diplomacy. That's what it's called. We use
That's a political science term I remember.
Yeah. So Ken, this is your shtick, right? You get on TikTok and you don't turn the camera on, and you just repeat all of Donald Trump's lies. Can I ask you an honest question?
Yeah, sure.
When do we get to see these black jobs that he's been talking about? Why, those folks like Tim Scott, Byron Donalds, how come he hasn't, actually gave them something to do on the plantation?
I think the tariffs will make black jobs more plentiful. Even there would be even more black jobs.
Give me an example of a good black job out there.
A black job is a job in proximity to black people.
Name one.
CNAs.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? How much did that pay for an hour?
It doesn't matter. It's a black job. You have to for a black job.
Sir, you said America first
when
you came up here, right? And then brought up the stupidest points afterwards. But you said America first. Would you think keeping American jobs and Americans in jobs would be America first?
Yeah, that's what tariffs will do.
Oh, that's what tariffs will do?
Yeah.
Hold on, sir. Let's talk about that a minute. One, that ain't what tariffs will do. Tariffs will actually lose jobs. You need to do a little more research on that. And sir, when you do that and you actually maybe put your degree to use, actually go back to 1930 and look up what happened with the Smoot-Hawley Act. So start there. And actually, there's two tariff bills that are one in 1920, one in 1930. Look at both of those and look at
Are
what
you talking about when we were agriculture nation, not when we the world power? Is that what you're talking
No,
about?
no, sir. That's 1920 and 1930.
Yeah, I mean that's so far back.
Sir,
That's
it
so far
doesn't
away.
matter what you say.
Yeah, it's so
Tariffs
far
did the
away.
same thing. There's a reason we got away from tariffs. Okay.
No, I think there were other
So,
reasons. There were other
sir,
reasons.
hold on. That aside, because that's not the road.
Yeah, I'm not going to be allowed to talk,
No,
Zeus.
hold on, sir. Not the
Zeus.
road I'm trying to go down.
Kenneth, if he's gonna, if he has questions,
Is he going to monologue?
No,
No,
we don't have to monologue when the facts are on our side. What we're trying to do is pierce your cerebral cortex, all right, and get to the point where we get you to flow and make sense. All
Well,
right,
go ahead, continue piercing my
thank you, Val.
Here you go, sir. Here you go, sir. So when we talk about keeping American jobs first, do you think it's a good idea for companies, say, to lay off 2,700 employees, American workers?
Black, and I'll add black in there because I could see them doing this to Kenneth.
Oh
to
yeah,
CNA.
they could do this to Kenneth or anything. So 2,700 American workers in a state, and then they take and they turn around, and then they replace those workers with 2,400 H-1B visa workers.
Oh, now he didn't talk about that during the campaign, Kenneth.
Well, he talked about America being a more powerful.
No, okay, so that was we call that the bob and weave. He did the rope-a-dope on you.
It's fine. It's fine. We still support him.
So, Ken, imagine Donald Trump cutting your water off. That's what Val is describing. How
No,
are you
no,
going to
he's
explain?
not.
He gonna cut your water off, bro.
No, he's not. He's going to fill my water with Aquafina, the best taste.
Aquafina. So, sir, I just explained to you how American jobs were lost due to
you're not right though.
Hold on,
No,
sir.
no, he's actually right.
No, you're also a Harris supporter. So
No,
you're wrong.
Hold on, sir. Let me finish. Let me finish.
He's getting scared. His
Yeah,
knees
yeah,
are getting
sir,
shaky.
Hey, can you tell me the American businessman that I'm talking about that actually did that?
Are you going to mention Elon Musk?
It was Elon Musk, sir. Sir, hold on. And when this became a big fight on Twitter a week ago, a giant fight on Twitter between MAGA because this has been done. Who did President Trump back in that fight?
Ooh,
I'm looking toward the future.
not Joe. I gotta keep it clean. Not you.
No, I mean seriously. I mean, why are you going back in the past? We're retreading past things. I'm talking about the expansion of
That
America.
was a week ago.
No, listen. I'm talking about the expansion of. He's not even president yet. You're still talking about.
Oh,
I'm talking
wow.
about
You did through Kamala in, and you saying he ain't president. Oh man, you doing a lot of backpedaling, bro. You acting like
we're talking about the future.
That sidestepping can become a dance if you're not.
No, what I would like to talk about is the expansion of America.
There's no expansion of America. The president can't do that. If you had a political science degree, you would actually know that. The only thing that the president could do in this situation is what is called invasion.
What I'm saying is
now
you've been wrong so much.
About is the U.S. becoming the invading country, sir.
No,
this is what people like you, without the brain power to understand what that.
We'll be treated as liberators.
Sir, you're not going to talk over me. I'm louder than you. So when you don't understand what that actually means, invasion, you are one of the people that are dumb enough to think that these countries won't come back at us. Not only just come back at us, sir, come back at us with our own weapons.
Do you know that Panama doesn't have a military? How are they going to come back at us?
Panama. Do you know how many countries would back Panama in a
name some countries that would back Panama?
No. Name one. Many countries.
Name one.
Entire European Union.
No, they wouldn't.
Yes, they would.
No, they wouldn't.
Yes, they would. Sir.
Like who? Portugal, France.
Portugal, France, UK, Germany.
They mean nothing.
They
mean nothing. They mean nothing.
They have all already.
Monroe Doctrine all day, baby.
What do every one of those countries I just mentioned have in common?
And you're going to say they're part of NATO?
They do. They are.
Is that what you're going to say? Is that what you're going to say?
They are.
Okay. You're so predictable. Keep going.
Sir, and what is most of NATO's weaponry?
What do you mean? Provided by the United States. That's what it is.
Are you not seeing the picture yet?
And we give them our old shit. We keep the good stuff.
There you go, using the profanity. You got to keep it clean. Listen, Kenneth.
Oh, so my fault.
Kenneth, Val and I are doing a number on you, and I've never seen anyone shuffle the way that you're shuffling. And so this is where you get to the next level. All right, we're gonna turn the temperature up because I'm not learning anything from you. You've been lying ever since you got up here. All right, and it's now time to either get it right or go straight to hell. Who do we have in here, big dog?
You got Kenneth in there. Kenneth, what's going on, Kenneth?
Hey, sir, how's it going, big dog?
You was in my live last night. Turn your
I'm
camera on.
I'm famous in these TikTok streets. I'm famous in these streets.
So wait a second. He does this. This is his shtick, big dog.
This is big. This is his main stick. Turn your camera on. Turn your camera. You can turn your camera on, Kenneth. You turned it on for us last night to show us a bunch of crap.
It's early.
Ken, let's just put all of this to bed. Please go ahead, cam up if you don't mind.
No, listen.
I'd hate to think this is one of those. Oh, big dog, welcome, big dog. Oh, Ken. Now, if you know the rule, if you don't turn that cam on, bro, we're gonna have to make some very tough decisions on this show. I don't think Big Dog would come up in the live. Okay. Now Now we having a meeting of the minds. Let's go. Now I'm getting somewhere. I want to see the devil when I'm talking to him. Now, Ken, your mama and your daddy, they raised you better than this.
Did you have a mom and a dad?
Absolutely, and that's how you see me sitting here doing what I'm doing. You got Val, you got me, and you got Big Dog. Now,
I think you had a mom, but I'm not sure about a dad. I'm not sure about that one.
Now, was that supposed to make me feel less important?
No, it just doesn't seem like you're too mad.
Why are you outside of the camera? You see, you tell that demon to leave you alone for a split second. Now, what you've done, brother, and I hate to say this to you, is you've embarrassed your family, your friends, and your entire community getting on TikTok, worshiping Donald Trump, a man that you and I and everyone else. Where did he go? Ken?
Yeah, what's up? What's going on?
What why are you running?
No, a wifey came in the room. I didn't want to show her. That's all.
Kenneth, you said you wasn't married.
I said wifey.
You said wifey.
Yeah, WIFEY.
What that mean?
Wifey's like a more than a girlfriend, more than a baby mama, but not quite a wife.
Kenneth, I had to kick you out of I booted you out of my room last night, didn't I, Kenneth?
You boot me every time I'm in there. You get frustrated and you boot me.
Because you come in, Kenneth, with lies, misinformation. That's what you do.
I'm blacker though. I'm black.
Do you know why we invite you to our room?
I'm a founding member of Blacker. That's why you invite me.
Exactly. Okay. But we make fun of you guys.
Yeah, and we do the same to you guys. It's mutual.
Ken, you know what? This show has reached a level I don't even think I can go any further with. Big Dog, you've done a lot by saying for us to do what we do, and you're exposing Ken for what he is.
Thank you, Zeus. It's been a while. I've been trying to get on your show to come in on it for a while, man. I appreciate
Now, Ken, I
appreciate everything you do, man.
Thank you, Big Dog.
I try to follow your motto as far as when I do my lives.
Really?
I only got 19 coins up in it. Can I get a little bit more?
No, you can't. You don't need to be worried about coins. You need to be worrying about your soul. For you to get on TikTok and can your significant other hear this conversation? She don't got to come on camera, but I need to make sure I'm getting my point.
And she might be back in the kitchen now.
Wait, I would love for her to hear what I have to say right now because I know what a dangerous, nasty situation looks like. I'm very experienced, and a lot of us do, right, Big Dog? You know, Val, you know as well, right? This is a nasty situation, ma'am. I know you can hear Big Zeus. This man is in love with Donald Trump, not you. If he come up short on that rent That car note, you got a car?
What do you say?
You got a car note?
It's paid for.
No. Okay, you got a mortgage? You got rent? Which one is it?
Everything is taken care of.
Oh, that. See, but you ain't calling her your wife. You calling her wifey. See, that's that I'm a mail it in instead of actually being fully in kind of situation you got over there. It's a nasty situation, but you ain't mailing it in for Donald Trump. You giving him everything and he want and a bag of chips.
No, we have 3 children together. We've done our duty.
But you ain't marrying her like that though.
I don't like the institution of marriage. It's not what it used to be.
That's all I needed to hear. Ma'am, this man loves Donald Trump more than he loves you. Run for the hills. Ken, I got to send you to the lake of fire. You honestly seem like a good, decent person, but I can tell the thing that's holding you back, bro, is that MAGA demon. It's self-hatred. You don't trust your own people.
I went to HU, though, bro.
No. You don't trust your own people.
And my wife is black, too.
No.
I mean, seriously.
No.
My woman is black. My children are black. And I went to a black school.
But
I live in a black neighborhood. What are you talking about?
You can still be a misogynist.
You
and you can still be prejudiced. So what I'll do, Ken, is I'm going to warm up this lake of fire for you, brother. All right, ma'am? You know, if you need to, please come on to the show and we'll help you. But Ken is possessed with the MAGA demon, and he ain't hearing nothing you saying in that house because everything he got going on is all about what he can do to get closer to his real love, Donald J. Trump. Ken, come on back when you get this demon out of you, all right? But what I'm going to do, Ken, is I'm going to send it where it belongs, straight to the lake of fire. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give Ken a huge round of boos and shame.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
All right, well, that's that. All right. You're welcome. Thank you, big dog, for exposing that demon for what he was. All right. And Val, I appreciate you, brother. All right.
Oh, no. Every time, buddy.
All right. W Val, W big dog in the chat. No lies detected. We got to have standards in 2025. All right, ladies and gentlemen. We really do. We really do got to have better standards than this. We cannot have brothers like Ken who continue to support Donald J. Trump and not take care of their own family. All right. And this is the big issue. This is why I say they're going to be experiencing what I call the great awakening, a great suffering. And that suffering will be tied to the fact that, these folks are doing everything it takes to help Donald Trump, but they're not taking care of their own. All right. And that's why I was asking. I said, I come from the place, a lot of the struggle. I come from the struggle, and I know our ancestors, they would be very, very disappointed to hear and see folks like Ken doing what he does on TikTok. Ken, get it together, bro. All right. Again, all right. W Zeus in the chat. If you're a Trump supporter, please identify yourself. Put a 1 in the chat. I'll bring you right on up. Look at the time, all right? Look at the time. Oh, my gosh. Look at the time. Yeah, look at the time. Oh, my God. If you're a Trump supporter, please put a 1 in the chat. I will bring you right on up here, and we will help get that MAGA demon taken out of you, all right? But you got to be willing to be honest and do the work. A lot of people think, who does this? Hummingbird. Why? So you can bully them, Hummingbird? I'm not a bully up here. What I do is I listen, and I'm an active listener, right? And this is where they get caught talking to me. I pay attention to everything you Trump supporters say, and it isn't just me, right? It's also a lot of the friends that I have up in here. They've been listening to the things Donald Trump says, and then we follow up. We ask questions, because even the genius asks questions, right? Even the genius asks questions. You could listen to that on a Tupac song, right? Tiny Tank Top Tim Tom, I've already destroyed you, and I don't understand what your grievance is today. What is it that you need me to answer, Tiny Tank Top Tim Tom? Put the question in the comment section. All right. And if it's something important, I'll definitely do what I can to try to get it answered. All right. Because you know what we do. We drill, baby, drill. And we lower those taxes. All right. But you got to be willing to be honest. All right. Where are the ones? Where are the ones that are a lot of talk in the chat? Yeah, I don't know where they're at. All right. Yes. Please put a 1 in the chat if you're a Trump supporter and you want me to help you get your issues resolved. All right, please. I'm trying to help. I'm trying to save this country of ours. All right, I really, really am. As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, I think we've defeated every single Trump supporter on TikTok. They know the end is near. Oh, look at that. We got Win. Okay, there we go. We got Jackson. Come on up, Jackson. Are you a Trump supporter? One of y'all got to be, willing to come up here and be honest. Today's Win. Good morning.
What's good, bro?
What's good? You voted for Trump?
Nah, I just wanted to be up here in the video.
Man, Win, knock it off, brother. Ladies and gentlemen, W Win in the chat. Come on, bro. We can't do that. Well, they see what I do, and I think a lot of them understand that, this is probably one of the most unique places on TikTok where you can actually get to the bottom of what's really going on, what happened behind the vote, all right? It's not just Donald Trump. It's really about the person, and you go, okay, hold on, I do not want a co-host. Turn off. All right, put a 1 in the chat if you're a Trump supporter, all right? What did you say? You cool, bro. I just wanted to get a Trumper head, too. Oh, I get what you're saying. Well, all right, I get you, all right. It's not just about Donald Trump, per se. It's about 382, Jim. I've already destroyed you, and you're a Zeus hater out there. Actually, you're a Zeus. I think you're obsessed with Zeus. All right. Who did this say? You told us Sleepy Joe was competent for 4 years. Nothing you say matters. There we go. Default nickname. Come on up here. Default nickname. You said that? I said that? Yeah, right there. Default nickname. Are you a Russian bot or are you a real person? All right. Because you know the rule in this live, right? If you do not come up here after I send you an invite, all right, then the moderators have the ability to place you inside of what I call a straitjacket, because we don't want people in here polluting the chat that don't have a clue what they're talking about, because somebody might turn around and believe you, all right? Yeah, President Biden is. Thank you, Little Hawk. W, Little Hawk in the chat. Yeah, therapy is not cheap. I agree. W Little Hawk in the chat. All right, ladies and gentlemen. All right. All right. Well, again, more. Let's see. If you're a Trump supporter, please identify yourself. Put a 1 in the chat. I'll bring you right on up here. All right. But you got to be willing to do the work. All right. Let's see. Who do we have next? Who is this? I see some people in the box. All right. Who do we have here? All right. Who is this? You do not want nobody to prove your lies. Chris Rosenbaum. Oh, now that's a good one right there. Come on up here, Chris. I sent you an invite. Jarrell Anderson, it's not working, so what I'll do is disconnect. I just paid. Okay, yeah. What is this? Chris Anderson, please go ahead and send Zeus a guest request. I'll bring you right up here. And we'll get to the bottom of whatever you're struggling with, because I can tell right now you're battling something very, very strong, very, very dangerous internally, all right? Who do we have here? All right. Oh, yeah, there we go. Oh, look at that. They're getting scared, I guess. All right. Let's see. Who do we have? Couldn't you have found a more up-to-date picture of Trump? I tried. The Stig has arrived. There we go. Who is this? Are you a Trump supporter? The Stig has arrived. We spoken before?
We have Zeus.
Really? What was the conversation about?
Well, I'm not necessarily a Trump supporter in the natural sense of the words. But I do support anything negative that happens to that man. I just wanted to be a smart aleck and share some laughs with you. That's all, bud. Yeah, no, I'm lefty as it gets. Voted for Kamala.
Oh, got it. All right, well, listen. Thank you for that, all right? But I got to keep it moving, all right? The Stig.
Have a good one, Zeus.
Fair enough. All right. Thank you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. I get it. Catch you later. I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. But we got to get to the bottom of what's really going on in this country. All right. All right. All right. Put a 1 in the chat if you're a Trump supporter and you want to come up here and defend your daddy. All right. There's a lot to discuss. All right. There really, really is. All right. In the meantime, we'll take an intermission break. All right. I guess I'm destroying all of the Trump supporters' hope. All right. Nutty, how are you doing, brother?
So Zeus, I am a Trump supporter.
No, you're not.
No, hear me out.
Talk to him.
Me. Just listen to me.
Okay.
I am 100% a Trump supporter. I support everything he does to these fools. So I have become a Trump supporter. Yay, Trump. Go Trump.
Wow.
Trump for infinity.
Oh.
Go Trump. I hope Mr. Grifter in Chief, I hope you do everything you have told these fools you are going to do. I cannot wait to get a Gulf of the America. I can't wait to put troops on that southern border so we can defend the Gulf of America.
Right.
I cannot wait till we invade because no new wars. I cannot wait until we invade Canada. I cannot wait until we try to annex Greenland. I can't wait. So, Zeus, I'm giving you some inside tips right now, sir.
Let's go.
You should go buy stock in Orville Redenbacher.
Oh, popcorn?
Because people are going to be buying a whole lot of popcorn on the left side.
Tell them, Nutty. Operation Exposed. You keep saying Nutty is upset. Nutty, are you upset?
I'm here for it.
Thank you. We look forward to seeing you suffer.
I'm here for it. Listen, so get that stock in Orville because we're about to buy a whole. And I don't know about you. I just don't like the generic popcorn. I like some popcorn with the extra butter in it. Little salty. Maybe sometimes it depends on the mood. Salty and sweet mixed together.
Bingo.
But Orville Redenbacher, that stock is about to go way up because we're buying a whole lot of popcorn. Because it makes no sense. Because you have people. What was the dude's name just now?
Ken.
Ken. You got Ken, and then you had Erica. What triggers me the most?
Talk to him.
What triggers me the most? Our expectation is that, we're not surprised when it's someone outside the marginalized communities,
right?
That speak like this. We're not surprised. Nothing they say surprises us.
Yeah.
But when it's people inside these communities, like I don't know if you caught what Eric said. He hates himself so much, Zeus. He questioned whether or not you had a father.
Wow.
He put down our entire community.
Because he know the type of person he is.
Exactly. But he put down our entire community just to try to throw a quip at you. Because asking if I know you have a mother, but I doubt you were raised with a father.
Right.
What were you trying to say, Eric?
That was Kenneth.
What were you trying to say? Because Ken, whatever his name was.
Yeah.
The bug dancing MFer. That's what you call it.
That part.
So what you're trying to say, because we can go down that road as to we know why a lot of black men were taken out of black families. But you don't want to really talk about history. And if you truly went to HU, then you should stop telling people that because Hampton University is a wonderful institution.
Yeah.
And for anyone to matriculate, you see what I did there, boy? You don't even know what matriculate is. But anyone who matriculated from Hampton University, they are smarter than what you displayed.
Yeah.
They are smarter. So if you truly went to HU, they got you out of there just because you were embarrassing them. But they didn't get you out until they finished getting your money. That was smart.
Oh, he didn't want to pay anything to you.
Or did you actually pay for it? Did you actually pay for it? Because I doubt your father paid for it. Because I doubt you had a father. See, that can work both ways, my brother.
Bingo. Tell him,
I saw
Nutty.
you.
These.
I saw you had someone up. Let him.
Yeah,
Let him come up.
he said you were lame, and so I invited him up, and quiet as a church mouse.
Well, if I'm lame, come be lame with me. Come set me straight.
Nutty, you're funny.
Come set me straight. I mean, it is horrible.
They don't want to talk. They know what it
It is
is.
horrible that we hear this from inside our own community. It's horrible.
Yeah.
It's like we kept hearing, and I think Val said it best. We kept hearing, "Oh, he's going to lower the gas prices. He's going to lower the food prices. No new wars." But yet, gas prices are still going down because they've been on a trajectory of going down.
Yep.
Food prices haven't done anything but go up.
Bingo.
And yet, he's talking about starting new wars. But y'all don't say anything about that but now y'all sipping and saying, "Hey, there's a lot of things to offer from Greenland."
Ain't that something?
You don't know what's going on. You just take whatever he says and you run with it.
Yeah.
But yet you're the party of no new wars, even though no new wars were started under Biden.
Explain that.
Tell me one war where we have troops on the ground.
Please, MAGA, if you don't mind. And again, I'm not going to let it go. I want those egg prices. I want these grocery prices. I want my credit card interest rate capped at 10%. I want my car insurance cut in half because automobile. He promised to cut automobile insurance in half. All right. I want to see every single thing he promised.
Let me put it this way. I went to Costco last night, and I paid $6.60.
That's way too high.
For two dozen of brown eggs.
That's way too high.
I paid $6.60 for 2 dozen. Yes, 2 dozen.
Way too high.
You know what? I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it.
Snuggles said they're going to go down to 99 cents by the end of this year. So what you're describing isn't really heading in that direction, Nutty. It's supposed to be getting lower.
Well, Snuggles, we know what Snuggles is, and so I'm just going to keep it moving from there. Snuggles is he's modeling himself after Trump. He wants to be the next liar in chief, and so he's making headways and practicing his lying techniques to become like Trump. But Snuggles, you got a long ways to go. We know that you're a despicable human being, just like Donald Trump, but you'll never be a billionaire, and you'll never have a daddy that it gives you money and where you can file bankruptcy 1,800 times. So you will never be Donald Trump, sir. So I'm gonna keep it moving. So,
yeah.
but my point is, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm just disappointed with the people who look like us.
Yeah.
That get up in here and show their ignorance.
Bingo.
They show their ignorance. And if I may, Zeus, y'all please tap the screen. And I would like to yield any time that I may have left that you may have given me to my brother Q.
All right. Well, listen, ladies and gentlemen, that's Nutty in the chat. W Nutty in the chat. No lies detected. All right, wait. Kentucky guy, you said real president in charge now. Hold on, Kentucky guy. Hold on. Let's see. Real president in charge, Kentucky guy. Come on up here real quick, Kentucky guy. Come on up here, Kentucky guy. You said real president in charge. I wanted to know what that meant in your world, all right? Oh, you said bring Q up so we can hear the only 2 stories he has. Hold on. Okay, hold on. We can do it like this. How about this, Tiny Tink Tot Tim Tom? Let me go ahead and bring up your favorite Q Dog. Q Dog, you are quite famous. They are so obsessed with you. What do you think? Why do you think Tiny Tink Tot Tim Tom is so obsessed with you?
Well, it seems like I'm doing everything right. My grandmama used to say they're gonna talk about you to the day you unalive. So I guess I'm doing everything right. They requesting the only 2 stories. I got more than 2 stories, but that makes me know that you've been here enough times to hear my stories that I put out there. And it's not stories, it's reality.
Wow.
Reality that you don't experience because
it doesn't come to your doorstep.
Mm.
So, and I had a big question about the gentleman talking about Hampton University. I
Yeah.
want to know what year did he come out of. See, folks that are HBCU alumni, we're proud to become graduates from a HBCU. And we proudly stated Albany State University, class of 1999. You have yet to show your degree. You have yet to say when you went there. Now, I went on your page. I saw a young lady that was in a graduation uniform. I'm wondering if you're trying to take her shine. Don't know. And if that is, you said that's your daughter. If that's your daughter, and I see a young man, if that's your son, why would you take the shine of their life and vote for this person that wants to take their life?
Kenneth, are you listening? Are you listening, Ken?
Help me
This is serious.
understand that.
Robbing your child right in front of you. You're just robbing your kid, your wife. You're just robbing them, but then you're telling them you love them at the same time. It makes absolutely no sense. I didn't think about that, Q Dog, but you're
No
right.
sense whatsoever. But you claim that you love your children, and we already know you don't love your woman because you done had 2 children by
3.
You're having 3 children, and you haven't put a wedding ring on her. So she just your personal. We
gotta keep it clean. Gotta keep it clean. Gotta keep it clean. Keep it clean. And you know, I get it. I get that situation, but it's more about him at the end of the day. It's how do you love Donald Trump more than you love the people that are actually helping you and taking care of you? That's the part.
I will say this. MAGAs and blaggers that come up here, I have not seen one that was easy on the eyes. Every last one of them homely is I don't know what. But you know what? That hate in you that you bring out, it's showing on the outside. It's showing on the outside. He looked like he was about pushing 70.
Wow.
So I'm trying to figure out, you talk about Hampton University like you just graduated. I'm looking at a damn near 70-year-old. Help me understand that. Come back up here since you had a lot to say in the last conversation. You said a lot without saying anything. So I'm just curious on what you got to say. Can you answer some of my questions? Because I got a lot of frat brothers that went to Hampton University. That's the reason why I kept asking in the chat, what year did you graduate? Were you affiliated with anybody?
Ken, are you there? We can get to the bottom of this if Ken is willing to open up and be honest. But this is the issue, though. They don't necessarily feel comfortable revealing who they are. They would rather portray themselves as, you know, a Trump supporter instead and live in darkness, live in sin.
Well, see, like my grandmother used to say, a lie don't care who tell it. And where it comes.
Show don't.
So I'm just curious. They get up here and they spit all this rhetoric, this all this BS, and I'm baffled. I expected from racist YT folks. I expect that, but when did folks that look like you and me, Zeus, and darker than you and me, just lay down by the tracks and just
do me
all faith in this white tea man, actually orange man? When? But the entire time of years of generation, and especially as old as he looks, all the years that went by, they say, oh, the white tea man try to keep us down. They try to keep us down. But you put so much faith in this one man. I'm baffled for somebody that you don't even know. I think it's a trend. I think they're doing it just as a trend. To try, just like you said, why don't I have any more coins? That's all they on here for. They don't care about what's going on in the world. They don't care about you. They don't care about me. They damn sure don't care about their own family. They on here to try to get as much as they can because they know TikTok will pay you by the coins. That's why he was asking for them. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Game recognized game.
Exactly. Lou, Lou, please, if you don't want to actually come up here and let us do the thing we do. We drill, baby, drill. Then just do us a favor, Lou, and just zip it, all right? Because we already know what's going on upstairs, all right, with you, and we understand you need a lot of help. So please, if you don't mind, just listen, all right? You're getting we're allowing you to be privy to some information you normally wouldn't have the ability to hear. All right, so please just sit down and marinate on it a little bit. All right. I'm sorry, Q Dog.
It's just amazing, bro. Like I said, while I was looking up Hampton University. I was curious on where he lived at, and when did he go there. The other part of this is when Trump made this comment about changing the Gulf of Mexico into the Gulf of America. He is saying it dead to y'all face, and y'all just letting it go straight over y'all head. I'm talking to the Latino community at this point in time. He's spitting right in your face, and you just taking it and just rubbing it all in. Help me understand that. I just don't get it.
Me either. But we have a guest up here. No, sir, you're back.
Yo, what kind of Greek reunion is this, man? What are y'all doing?
There's only one Greek on here.
Nah, he's Greek
And
too.
when
His
you
name
come up
is
here,
Zeus.
when you
His
come up
name
here,
is
stick with some
Zeus.
substance. It ain't got
His
nothing to
name
do
is
with it.
Zeus.
Shut your mouth, man. It has
You
nothing to
shut
do with
up,
my
tough.
fraternity.
You ain't tough.
If you ain't, no, shut your mouth.
None of y'all fake sorority
If you
dudes are
not man
tough, man.
enough,
What are you
if you
talking
not
about,
man
man?
enough, if you
Stand
not
on
man
business.
enough,
Why you in your feelings, man?
if you're not man enough, because I
You in your
hold mine,
feelings,
I
bro.
hold
Can we
mine 10
just
times
get
down.
to the conversation, all right? Because
Hold
listen,
to the conversation. That ain't got
we
nothing to
don't
do
need to
with my
get into
fraternity.
off the focus
Look, he
stuff,
crying. Listen to him.
sir. No, sir.
I'm
If you
in
don't
Atlanta,
mind,
Georgia. If you want to see me
no,
crying,
no,
come
no,
see
don't
me
do that.
crying.
Man, I know what's going on in Atlanta, bro. I
So
would not be
what
going.
I'm gonna do is I learned from last time when it goes that route, we gotta save the live. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we gotta stick to topics. If there's anyone going off teleprompter, it's going to be Big Zeus. All right. We have to follow the community guidelines, ladies and gentlemen. We have to. And again, you got to be able to see the trouble coming and say, you know what? I'm going to stick to policy. You got to be able to stick to policy. I see a lot of people, and this is me now. I got to be serious. This is a lot of people. They don't understand. They say, Zeus, how come you never go through these things? I've been through the ringer, and every now and then you've seen me go down, and then you know what I got to do? I got to get up on my backup account, and it's just a big hassle. What I'm doing on this platform, and look at the time. I do got to get up out of here anyway, so I might as well end it on this. What I'm doing here is part of this is an exercise about being disciplined. Quiet as it is kept, I do keep it clean because, well, number one, I think it's part of the brand. But then number two, I understand in order to keep the platform going, in order to keep the show going, you don't want to break those community guidelines, right? And so I know a lot of people who don't do these kind of lives and understand all of the things that are happening. It's not that I don't have very strong feelings about some of the things Trump supporters say and do, right? Because if I were to say what I was really thinking, this live would be shut down. It really would. But I've learned that, people can have their own opinions about things, but it's really about how I react to the information or the opinions that are being shared. And believe you me, I've gone through a lot. Okay, I've been doing this for almost 3 years. I've gone through a lot of arguments and a lot of fighting with these liars. All right, and at this point, ladies and gentlemen, it's just not even worth it to go deep and let these people ruin your morning. So the show, it has to be exciting, engaging, entertaining. And if people want to get personal, I have the strength. All right, and you can all see it. Call Zeus whatever you want to call me. All right, it doesn't change a thing. I'm still going to get off of this live and go live my life and thrive under Joe Biden. If you want to, and I'm going to say this, if you're seriously, you're really out here trying to be successful on the app, you're going to have to acknowledge this is a dangerous place, this world we live in, and people are going to say things that are going to literally rattle you. But you have to also be able to actually center yourself and say, you know what? They're free to say whatever they want to say. I'm going to continue to live my life because before TikTok, I was still living my life. If they take the app down, guess what? I'll still have to live my life because that's just how it is, ladies and gentlemen. All right, don't let this thing get straight to get you worked up and stressed out. And again, cybersecurity. Don't tell people where you stay at. Do not do it. I have seen so many content creators trying to do that, and then guess what? You're gonna go through months and months of hell because you don't know who's looking at this, right? You don't give out your information. You don't give out your note. You got to be real careful because there's some real serious. I mean, you saw what happened at the beginning of this year, right? They came in. You see at Trump Tower. You see what you don't know. So again, be sure of yourself. Fine. And if the conversation, honestly, if it's too much for you, you can swipe out. You got to be able to know your limits and say, all right, that's too much for me to handle, and I'm out of here. And it's not a reflection of the host, all right, because the host is doing their darndest, honestly, to try to let everybody speak without necessarily agreeing with what people are saying. And many people know there's people that are on my side that they'll say things. Doesn't necessarily mean that I agree with them. There's people on the right. They might say something and I agree with it. You know, I'm my own person, ladies and gentlemen. And so I would encourage every single one of you, if you're trying to really, be out here on the internet, you got to be strong mentally. All right. That's what this is all about. And don't be afraid to have these kind of conversations. All right. I think when it's just Zeus talking to a bunch of people that agree with him, you see what that turns into. It doesn't really get me excited. All right. So I need somebody to come up here and then have a different opinion. And then you just watch me destroy them. Right. W Zeus in the chat. W Zeus in the chat. All right, now listen up, ladies and gentlemen. We've reached that pinnacle moment in the show where Zeus has to get up out of here, unfortunately, because guess what? I have other affairs to tend to in the kingdom, but I want to make sure I give every single one of you. I'm so sorry I didn't get to talk to each and every single one of you today, but seriously, all of you who tuned in, listen to this show, thank you. You deserve a round of applause, especially my subscribers, gifters, moderators, and panelists, all right? But I understand that I got some Zeus haters out there. These are some of the 6 people I've ever talked to, okay? I go into their lot. Zeus, come on over here. Zeus, come on over here. We want to talk to you. This is what they do on the right. I get in there. I have a problem with you and all the people that come onto your show, Zeus, and this and that. This is what they said to me. And this is what one of them said, and he knows who he is. If you ever say Donald Trump is a rapist on your show, I will see you in court. Well, you know who you are. I'm not gonna put an address on you. You know exactly who you are. And you know exactly what happened in that courtroom with E. Jean Carroll. You can go look it up. It wasn't me. It was a jury. And they said Donald Trump did something unforgivable. S.A.'d, and it said it on box number 2. Check. Did he S.A. her? Yes. And we all saw the article where it said the judge said if they knew what it was, they would have called it that. But they didn't know what it was. But for the sake of what most people understand it to be, it was great. So I don't want to hear it. You voted for him. And he was also a convicted felon. Congratulations, MAGA. You played yourself, but unfortunately, you're also some Zeus haters. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give him one last round of booze and shame.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
Hey, you can go and cry all you want. I could care less. As far as I'm concerned, you all could go straight to you-know-what hell. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm out of here. Take care and stay safe out there in those TikTok streets. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do. You wouldn't come in the box, though. I invited you to come up and have a conversation. So if you say it in the comment section, it means absolutely nothing to Big Zeus, all right? Because guess what? I'm winning and you're not. Have a great rest of your morning, ladies and gentlemen. Take care. Let's go. I'll wait until January 20th comes, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we're going to see you Trump supporters really crying. Let's go. Got to be able to connect those dots. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. No. You won't be able to blame the Democrats for a single thing. Thank you. I love you too. And don't worry, Q-Dog. Don't worry. We're good. All love, brother. Don't worry. I was saving you because sometimes you need your brother to do that, right? Sometimes you got to save your brothers. That's what I was doing. Don't worry. We're business as usual tomorrow. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. But no, sir. You know better. Seriously. You've been following me, and you know better. Don't get up here and do the race baiting. And you put some respect when you're talking to my guests. Put some respect on their name. You know exactly how we do what we do. We voted for Kamala Harris. You can't blame us for anything that's going on in this country going forward, all right? Because we did our part. Best show on TikTok. Thank you. W2PA. Hey! My sister, thank you so much. All right, and Erica. Erica, I got my notes about what you said, Erica. I'm never going to let this go. She said, if you can't afford them, don't do the activities it takes to have them. But she was living in sin, right, ladies and gentlemen? What else did Erica say, ladies and gentlemen? Close your legs and open up your mind, man. These Trump supporters. you can't make this stuff up. Cannot make this stuff up. All right. Now they know they said they want some drill, baby, drill.
They want. They always go
W. Tara.
She's a radical left Marxist. She can't help it. But we're going to end that, and we will frack, and drill, baby, drill.
W. Heaven. Let's go, W. Kabira. Felix, you're right. But I tell the truth.
We're going to take out so much money. We're going to pay down our debt. We're going to lower your taxes.
Here he goes.
Insane asylums.
Here we go. Get the
they go crazy when I say the late great Hannibal Lecter.
Hey!
Drill, baby, drill. We're going to frack. Drill, there's a frack.
Gold after day. Little Miss. W. Little Miss in the chat. Reggie. Y'all like that drill, baby, drill? Craig, I see you, brother. Oscar, my man. Yeah, she said, I like fracking very much. Pamela Jackson, thank you for the subscription. She always come back. They can't help it. She's a radical. Hey, we're gonna end that. And we will frack, and drill, baby, drill. You know what drill, baby, drill. How many of y'all like to drill like that? You know what that means, right?
Guys, we're gonna drill. We're gonna take out
so much money. We're gonna pay down our debt. We're gonna lower your taxes. Insane asylum. You know they go crazy when I say the late great Hannibal.
Drill, baby, drill. We're gonna frack.
Hey!
Like it's Hannibal Lecter.
Drill, baby, drill like it's Hannibal Lecter.
Drill like it's Hannibal Lecter. Drill, baby, drill, we're gonna drill, baby, drill like it's Hannibal Lecter.
Hold on.
Insane asylums. They go crazy when I say the late great Hannibal Lecter. Okay, they say
you're gonna lower your taxes. Deep insane asylums.
You know they go crazy when I say
the late great Hannibal.
Drill.
Drill, baby, drill, gonna frack. Drill, baby, drill like it's Hannibal Lecter.
Hey!
Lower your taxes.
Deep insane asylum. You know they go crazy. Put your leg up when you do it.
Drill, baby, drill, we're gonna be drill, lady. Drill, we're gonna drill,
Somebody put their leg up. I know that. I can see it. Drill, baby, drill like it's Hannibal Lecter time. We're gonna lower your taxes. Deep insane asylum. You know they go crazy when I say the late great. You know what it is. All right, ladies and gentlemen, look at the time. I got to get up out of here. Great show. I'll see you all tomorrow, hopefully. Same Zeus time, same Zeus channel. Twin! Thank you for the subscription. You got your leg up, Bama? Hannibal Lecter. I'm out of here. Take care and stay safe.